You're beautiful.
Welcome, adventurers from this plane and beyond, to Camaraderie and Shenanigans.
And Shenanigans.
And Bananagrams.
We are very excited to have you all joining us this evening. Wow, I didn't discuss anything about potential updates, so I'm going to assume we don't have any updates or any announcements.
How do we sound?
Zero.
Huh?
Yeah, how do we sound, Chad?
How do we sound?
Because
we moved some things around, so we're hoping our sound is a little bit clearer, a little bit crisper. Yeah, that's the hope at the very least.
no one's responding. Let's move on.
There's a delay.
We'll come back to it later.
There is a delay.
Yeah.
But without
Tell me about the delay.
anything to give updates on, I would like you all to sit back, relax, grab a snack, and get ready for camaraderie and shenanigans!
Did you ship?
And
I should read my character sheet.
You have a character sheet?
Oh, we're back already.
Oh,
Fuck, I didn't pull up my character sheet.
Fast.
Holy shit. What game are we playing again?
It ain't the other title sequence we got going.
What a title sequence.
Oh yeah, what?
Okay.
What other?
Previously on, I'm just sticking with it, the Obsidian Winds Journey.
Quiet rat princess.
Rat pack roll out.
Wow, Keegan, I thought you were tired.
Not anymore. Now I'm mad.
Now I'm mad and tired. You had finally made your way through the hurricane. Approaching the island where the Arvalane was located, you were greeted by a flock of griffin and their riders. Quickly discovering that these people here do not speak a language that any of you are familiar with at the moment. You were able to, with Sim's broken, rapid understanding of the language, able to follow some simple one-word instructions to essentially land, mount said griffins, and be brought to Nerivarine, the leader of this particular coven, the Coven of the Sky. She landed, gave you a little bit of information as to where you were upon a sky and stone titan known as Dora Donato.
The Explorer?
And wanted to...
I'm waiting for that joke.
Donato. Wanted to have a bit of a personal one-on-one chat. My head's been chopped off. Wanting to have a bit of like
this camera's just tilted down.
Yeah, we can
There's
just...
more of the DM screen.
Hey, I have a head.
No, wait, that means the bun's in view.
Put
it down.
Having an opportunity to chat with Nerivarine one-on-one about having already cleared her first trial, the trial of the sky, and that the stars and the moon await her. But tomorrow. The party breaks off, has a little one-on-one discussions and conversations. Wolfgang goes hunting for sky deer.
I did.
Yeah,
I got its antlers.
Yep.
It's just a regular deer.
it's just a regular deer with some weird mutations.
Yeah. Evolution's real.
Mm-hmm. Especially after 4,000 years.
Actually, that's not very
That's not, but magic's involved, so. Waking up in the morning to excitement for the coming trial. You all made your way to the Halig Tree, where you teleported to a new location to meet with Sorn, the leader of the Coven of the Stars, who, a bizarre and strange fellow, quickly greeted you and rapidly brought you to the top of the mountain, steadily one after another, tried to put you all to sleep, and then raced Nesta to a new location, where she was also put into a bit of a magical trance or slumber, where she battled moments from her past that seemed to linger or weigh on her mind, potentially. Having bested her trials with the assistance of the motes of light present, she woke up, having passed the trial of the stars. Sorn giving a large congratulation and was impressed with your work. I believe we pick back up with you and Sorn flying off, heading back to the rest of the group. Is there anything you would like to do, say?
Not particularly.
Okay. Moving back to those unconscious, I just gotta start charging my music.
He made us go unconscious.
Yes.
With magic.
Magical unconsciousness.
He roofied us.
Doo-dah.
When they dropped out of being lights, did they regain consciousness?
We will find out.
Reverse.
Since Nesta nailed it in one, Frogman, you wake up first.
Got him.
As you begin to wake up, you notice a number of critters have started gathering to this space. A couple of frogs, a couple like squirrels that are nearby, a fox or two, and as you kind of notice them, one of them seems to be like right at your shoulder. Just kind of.
You like a good squirrel or a... Holy shit! No one's awake. So you can talk? But you understand. Fucking sick, dude. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, let's spend the next 5 minutes with
hope the
me
mic's
going
picking it up.
through
I hope that Mike's picking it up.
every letter of the alphabet, and we're gonna figure out your name. Okay? Let's start with an A, B, C.
And as this continues,
Thank you very much.
I believe the next
Seems
to
like we're
wake up,
Frogman
I
over
believe were Maverick
I pulled mine in the last
Very
round.
in the last one, so I believe it
Yeah.
was Ranguin and Wolfgang.
I was
No.
the first one to
Hey,
act.
Wolfgang and...
I was second to last.
Yeah, it was the two of you did it at the same time.
Yeah,
So you
because
added 5
two
damage.
people burned to
Yeah.
heal Nesta.
Which was the two of you, and then we burned to damage. You didn't end up burning anything.
Yeah.
I took 5 away from the bad guys' attack.
Oh yeah,
This
that's
sounds right. This
Yeah.
sounds right.
Okay,
Because you and I went at the same
Yeah,
time.
so
right?
she would be. Next.
so okay, Ranguin, you would begin to wake up at this point. You just hear the letters of the common alphabet being spoken aloud, and a occasional squeak.
What part of the name am I at so far?
You got to G.
Still on the first letter?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, and they go, and yeah, it's a G.
Alright, Greg. Greg.
Wow, you two really are patron and warlock.
Gross.
I'm just watching.
Is it
Okay.
apparent that she's woken up?
Sure, she's not stealthing right now, so.
There's a squirrel named Greg here. I think all the animals can... Not Greg? Okay, actually, pause. Does the second letter start with A?
As you two begin to wake up. More conversation as the alphabet is being repeated, starting from A.
Did that owl put me to sleep?
I think he put us all to sleep.
As brushing up right up against you, giving you a sniff, is this massive, beautifully maned lion.
Is it? Wait, is it? It's in front of me?
It's off to like the side as you're kind of like waking up, and
Kinda
kind of
like-
like brushes and kind of pushes against your face.
Start backing up. Hey there, pal. You're gonna-
Begins to
Okay.
walk off, sauntering to the side. It's at that point that you see a couple more tigers and bears that are up here as well.
my.
Oh my.
Or sorry, not tigers, lions.
Tigers and bears.
No tigers, just bears.
Oh my.
Oh god.
Okay.
Don't tempt us with a good time.
It seems like a collection of animals are beginning to swarm to this
I'm sure
location.
I know that there are druids and shape changers here, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Are any of you people?
They all like unanimously acknowledge.
Oh, you're all people. Okay. Just gonna sit back down here. And I sit down and just kind of look at all the weird creatures.
Kylus, you begin to wake up at this point.
Okay.
Kylus. They're all people.
Yeah, I couldn't have figured that when they said they were druids here.
There's a raccoon looking at you,
I think
Kylus.
that was like that hurt. That was in the past. I don't remember.
Runs off.
Are there any
Um,
lizards present?
Roll for lizard. D20.
Lizard roll.
No bonus.
20. Natural 20.
Oh!
There's so many lizards. There's a
Best
barrel
day
full
ever.
of lizards.
Barrel.
A barrel appears and there's just lizards. And they all just kind of panic.
Yeah, it's like when you lift that up from a rock.
Yeah, from a rock and they just scatter.
We're lizard rich.
Lizard.
And they like me, right?
Huh?
They let me grab them.
So roll an Emma handed check.
Oh, I thought that was an
Oh, me
20.
too. I was like, oh my god.
It's a 6. I don't think I have any skills in animal handling.
I have no skills.
I have no skills.
Your lizard wrangling abilities seem to lack in this moment as the sheer excitement of this
I forget
quantity
that they're
of lizards.
people and I just
Absolutely,
see lizards. Yeah.
and they are rather intelligent for animals. It is around this point that Sorn and Nesta can be seen flying back.
So are like the smaller ones of you? Are you smaller people, or is this like a?
No. Oh.
How does the size thing work? How does
They all look up,
Pretty patronizing there, pal.
and every single one of them
I'm
comes
asking
out
a
of
question.
their
I
form.
don't know. Never read a fucking shape changer. Well, except for her.
As Sorn lands down on the ground. Excellent! All my pupils are here. Welcome to the Coven of the Stars. And welcome to the Passer of Trials, Nesta Fane.
Yeah,
Yeah!
Woo!
Thanks for your help, guys. That was great.
We helped?
Sure.
Indeed.
Moral
we
support.
remember?
Actually, all of you do recall
Okay.
you were there in the
Oh.
fight. You do have cognizant.
So that was real.
Yes, you were. You had the memory of the encounter that she was a part of
If we do that-
until you disappeared. You don't remember anything after your assistance.
If we do that again, can I actually be in the fight?
Do you wish to undergo a trial?
Maybe.
Yeah, me too.
Is it fighting? I'll fight something.
No, I don't want to do this. Not today.
What do we get if we do this trial?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Never mind. You have something on your mind. Continue.
I don't actually. Illusion be gone! It claps and just this wave across this area as what originally was just this singular mountaintop with a plum tree at its center. These mechanical, massive telescopes, seated telescopes, come into space. A number of them, probably a good 24 worth, begin to appear, and a number of individuals are sitting in them, looking through, making pulls on levers and adjustments, and swapping over into different spaces, all aimed directly at an angle up into the sky.
Now this I can get behind.
Are these your navigators?
They're not so much navigators, so much as watchmen, if you were.
What are they watching for?
Extraplanar entities. Threats from beyond the veil!
Can you physically travel so far up that you leave this plane?
No one's ever tried. That is a fascinating inquiry, though.
When you have downtime, I'm coming back to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Regardless, what are you all doing here?
I don't know.
So what?
We're with her.
Thank you for leading me on that trial.
Of course.
I suppose now that I have finished that, I still have the moon trial.
Yes.
Excellent. Do you know anything I can do to prepare for that?
Not in the slightest.
Great.
Very helpful.
Granny Nola's a bit of an enigma. Wrapped in a mystery, you see.
Takes one to know one, sounds like.
I don't know what that means.
I thought he was smart.
I am very
Is
intelligent.
he not smart?
No, he is smart. He's just using fancy words. Well, thank you. I suppose we'll be on our way then.
You do not wish to stay?
What would you have us do?
Anything you'd like.
What's there to do up here?
Can I look in that telescope thing?
Of course.
I walk over and start looking.
As you go over, one of the druidic individuals, a young halfling girl, kind of looks to you and just your towering form in plate.
Hey there.
Kinda,
Can I get a turn?
she kind of hops off.
Thanks. I clap her on the shoulder.
She kind of goes down and starts cranking on different levers. The sea begins to move back a bit, creating a bit more space for you so you're not so hunched over to look through this
I definitely was
space.
hunched at first, though.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. And then adjust the seat before you get in.
Rough.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, shit. I get to actually do something with this.
Great. 4.
Yeah, what do I see?
As you look through, looking up into the sky, you see your vision begin to extend and soar forwards as different metallic lenses and glasses begin to push your sight further and further and further before you almost seem to move past what is almost like a veil of energy that kind of washes over before fire and smoke consumes your sight, and through it you cannot see much more than that. It is just flame
Kinda
and
like-
burning.
I'm looking over his shoulder, like I can see something.
Yeah. You,
I think this is broken.
Are these outside or are we in an enclosed space?
you guys are on top of the mountain space. No, there's no
Okay.
physical house or anything. Or
Thinking
structure.
of what he said, I'm gonna kind of let my eyes drift up to the sky and then find a point at some point and go to the nearest telescope that seems to be pointing in that direction. And I'd like to look through.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular? Like,
See if I have a feeling on a place.
okay. Okay. How do I do this? Roll a wisdom check.
All right, I want to look through one too.
It doesn't work. It's like all fiery and
Fire.
15.
shit. Oh, you
15?
Look,
Okay.
there's fire in this thing. I think it's broken.
You start to move over to one of the numerous scopes to the left-hand side before someone hops off, adjusts the seat to your giant size as well. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
15. I'm gonna flash a genius for 20.
20.
Such a Chad.
As you're looking up into the sky, those lenses again pushing past a veil, you see this sprawling metallic landscape of machinery that all seem to be singularly focused on multiple cogs. These mile-long cogs that are clicking and twisting together. There is a city built on each one of these things. And they adjust. The sound of a bell going off.
Does it look
Can you
familiar?
hear
at
through a
all?
telescope?
You st-
Oh.
magic.
That's crazy.
No, you have never, in all your travels, you have not been to this place.
Okay.
Can I look through the same one he was looking through? He invited me to.
Sure, roll a perception check. Nesta, which one are you heading towards?
Please do-
There's a number of them.
That's really
One of them-
this is-
Near the.
Yeah, I have one for you.
Great.
So someone comes up to you and just guides you towards one.
14.
14. As you're looking, you also catch a lot of that flame and smoke, but eventually, kind of pushing past that, you see a singular tower in the distance, massive mountains enshadowed by a blackened sky with red lightning striking through as imps begin to fly through.
begin to fly through?
Imps. Not imps like Oz necessarily. These ones are all red, black and gray. Oz has that brilliant blue about him.
Yeah.
Magma begins to pour through a river that cuts into this city of metal structures. And flames light the distance.
Is it like anything I'd ever seen before?
No, you've never seen a place like this
Or
before.
heard of it?
Roll a history check. Nesta, go ahead and make me a perception check as you look through one of the telescopes.
7.
7. No, unfortunately.
12.
12. Your shield doesn't give you advantage, does it?
Perception, it does.
On perception?
I rolled with advantage.
Oh, okay.
I rolled really bad.
Not a problem. Just wanted to make sure. Again, past the veil, to what looks like a massive sprawling ocean landscape. But within this ocean seems to twinkle bits of light, almost like stars locked inside of the ocean, extending off to a beachside where a city resides. But towering behind it are multiple mountainous landscapes, reaching high up into the sky, and you see angels flying across.
What the fuck?
You have heard of this in your studies. This would be, I believe, Mount Celestia.
Oh my god.
This is also the plane of existence your mother and Lunaris would reside on.
Guys!
And they're standing there going like this.
Oh my god!
Is yours broken too?
No! What's so exciting? There's just like a bunch of weird flying Oz creatures.
And angels.
I didn't see any angels. I saw the opposite of angels.
Most entertaining. You know nothing. Sorry. Lack of information amuses me on occasions.
Can you?
Are we looking at different worlds?
Yes, indeed. Well, not so much worlds as much as they are planes of existence that extend beyond our own.
Can you see?
Wait, we're each seeing different planes through these?
Yes, each one of these scopes are honed to a particular plane of existence, so we may watch for extraplanar threats that might be encroaching on the material plane.
Wow.
And these threats, they can just pass through the veil.
No, not usually. It requires quite a bit of effort. It is part of the point of the veil, you see. But with enough power and enough outward assistance within the material plane, it is definitely possible.
So, have there been any notable passages in the past couple of months?
Roll a persuasion check. At advantage, he admires your curiosity.
That's gonna be a 12.
A 12. Sorry, young lad. I'm afraid I can't divulge that type of information.
I mean, I get it. I do. Maybe could you whisper it to someone that's like, you know, past tests of yours and maybe has earned your trust?
Roll another persuasion check. No advantage, but you get another persuasion check.
I'm not good at these.
Yeah, but you keep pushing for it.
7.
7. You're so curious.
Yeah.
He keeps patting your head.
Can I go? I'm gonna.
His feathered hand just.
I'm gonna go sort of stumbling around the different, like, kind of rudely a little bit, like to the
Just
different
kinda pushing
telescopes,
people to
just
the
kind of
side.
pushing people aside and seeing if I can find a particular realm.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
And-
First, I would like a wisdom check. Just straight wisdom. D20 plus your wisdom modifier.
I would also be looking for the Fae realm and assuming that's what she's also looking for.
Do you want to give her advantage?
Yeah.
We'll do advantage on this wisdom check. Because that's, I know what you're going for, so that's kind of helping it.
Thank you. 13.
13, okay. You do kind of curiously looking around, Frognan kind of, every time you kind of veer off path, Frognan kind of comes over to the telescope. It's like, ooh, wow, and kind of takes up the space and moves you along to a new one. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Can I help her look through it?
Wait. Perception.
I'm gonna say no
I
in
have
this
I have
study.
proficiency with profession, so I can burn one of my psychic.
Proficiency with profession.
I have proficiency with. I have efficiency
Efficiency?
with perception.
I have
She's good at
deficiency
it.
with perception.
So I can do that thing where I use my psionic energy
Yeah,
to
your psionic bolstering
Mm-hmm.
or
to
whatever it's called.
bolster it. So I think I just roll a d8 right and add that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we were at 7, and now we're at 9.
9. Okay. Looking through, passing through the veil, you're able to get an upward glance across this space. You see this massive, sprawling autumn forest ahead of you. But unlike any autumn trees you've ever seen before, the light that they catch is ethereal and graceful, and occasionally, like, the leaves almost become translucent.
So I've
At certain
never seen
angles.
these trees before.
You have seen these trees before, though it's few and far in between. You did not spend a lot of time here, but you have indeed found the plane of the Feywilds.
And but I've spent some time in the autumn court.
Not a ton.
Not a ton,
You've
but
spent more time in the winter court.
yes. But espionage
Yes.
has brought me here.
On occasion. Exactly. A bit of time here.
A little bit.
Most people don't set up camp in enemy territory. Usually bounce and report information.
But I know what I'm looking at.
Yes, you do recognize this as one of the forests as part of the Autumn Court, and which is a massive space as well.
I'm going to sort of, and I could be wrong, but intuit that looking through, since it's a whole plane of existence, maybe I can think my way to like look at a certain area or place. I don't know if I can use my brain to sort of direct it.
I will allow another perception check. It will be a disadvantage, though. Oh my god.
I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
The adrenaline kind of hits you a little bit too hard.
Every time I want to know something about the Feywild, the dice is like, fuck
And
you.
eventually a very large Goliath man just kind of slides you to the side, just,
My turn.
you're hogging. And sits down. In perfect common, by the way.
I was going to ask that question.
Yes.
So people do speak common here.
Of course I do. We're all learned people here.
Yeah, Gianna does.
Well, we couldn't find anyone down at the other end.
Yes, the barbarians. The lot of them. Niverine and a lot.
Interesting.
Don't get me wrong, they do a plenty fine job protecting this plane from threats that are already here,
So,
which they haven't done in a long time, because we don't get many threats.
so there hasn't been a threat coming through for a while.
Not for ages. Not with this massive hurricane! Do you want to see where we do this?
Yes.
Do what?
Create the hurricane.
Yeah.
The answer to that
Kind
question
of.
is
It's week-long shifts.
Ugh,
Does it
sounds
take us a week
more
to
boring.
figure this out?
No.
Hey,
You just get to look at the people chanting.
Let's do it.
Counterspell.
While we're moving,
I'll counterspell the fuck out of you.
I'll settle it.
you spot these
I'll
threats.
settle you.
You spot these threats.
Mm.
Neri takes care of them.
Not necessarily, no.
Then
If they make their way here, Neri would take care of them.
So now my question is, define here.
The material plane. We'll travel to the location and deal with the problem.
Wait.
Okay, because it kind of, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm a bit new to all of this, but they kind of just gave me a bunch of information on a lot of problems.
Who did?
Just all the various amounts of bullshit we've had to deal with over the past few months.
Yeah.
We don't
Also-
catch everything.
How do you know about some of Nesta's personal bullshit?
Neri told us.
how does she know?
Yeah, but she knew some stuff that I haven't even told, you know, in detail to these guys.
That's fair. I'm not entirely sure. You'll have to speak with her.
So that test, taking her through all that trauma, how'd you know all that stuff?
I didn't cultivate or create it. She did. It's whatever was sitting in your mind.
Oh, I get it.
I didn't make those things. Whatever they were, I didn't even see it.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I think he's saying that I did them.
I simply placed you in the state where you could experience this.
Basically, you're fighting your own inner demons.
Exactly.
That's deep.
Oh, now I do get it. Nice.
Wow.
Let's
Think
check out the
I'm gonna need,
hurricane.
therapy someday. Yeah, let's go check it out.
We're
Excellent.
adventure if you need therapy.
I'm in therapy. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Before we go, can I have one of those plums?
What do you want it for?
He's like obsessed with them.
I do love plums.
Are you just giving up?
Kylus, I know who you are.
Yes.
I know your mother.
And?
But this is a valuable and sacred object.
Yes.
You can't just let people take any plums.
I just want one.
I can't have that.
What about me?
No, absolutely not. He would be more likely to get one before you.
What's the significance of the plum tree?
You eat one of the plums, you're going to go to the plane of air.
Oh, I do not want one. I'm sorry.
That's
I didn't
a
realize
that's a
that.
plane shift waiting to happen.
So are there teleportation nodes for other planes up here?
Just this one.
Think of it this way. I don't think Neri would be too happy if I were to have a ticket home anytime I like. And you could really stick it to her.
Roll a persuasion check.
Advantage.
No, no, definitely not.
You give him guidance.
I'm giving
Time to
guidance.
join on the low rolls. Oh,
Nice.
do you want to roll a d4?
You can roll it.
Okay.
I thought no guidance was allowed.
Hmm?
You said no. You were saying no to something else, I bet.
No to advantage.
No to advantage, yeah.
31.
31.
That's high.
It's not impossible.
No, I couldn't possibly allow it. Which
Of
a
course,
subtle wink is impossible
Yeah.
for a fucking owl
You can
who has like moon disc
Yeah.
eyes.
You can stop all that. I completely
Each
understand.
wink like puts a like waft of wind past your face. Just like I couldn't possibly. It's unheard of, unthinkable.
completely understand.
Down to the hurricane.
Did I notice that?
Yeah. Anyone who has a passive perception of 10 or higher saw that, which I believe is all of you.
Well, let's get going then.
Excellent. To the base of the mountain.
Callus.
1, 2, 3,
Sure.
5, 6. Touch me.
I touched his head.
You could just grab my feathers. Everyone teleports.
Did you get one?
I will say it was like, do it when the guards aren't paying attention, because there are people who
Gotcha.
are guarding it. It's
All
more
that
like
wink.
a come back at night
Okay.
kind of thing. There will be some checks involved to get your hands on it, but
Got it.
Soren will turn a blind eye to it.
Cool.
You are teleported from the high tops of this mountain down into lush green forest. As the dappled light kind of breaks through the canopy, you see this well-worn path forward. And actually someone is currently in the midst of walking and has like this big sack over their shoulder, kind of jumps and looks at you all and Vaskus Vikrindane keeps walking. Seems to not be part of the Coven of Stars.
People are not very friendly over here.
Well, you did just apparate out of nowhere.
And?
Can't wait to apparate in front of you. Let Wolfgang.
Similar
Another
to-
pilgrimage. The shift should be switching here shortly. Oh, wow. Incredible. Everyone takes about a week-long shift, chanting and unifying their primordial powers together to create such a phenomenal display of natural occurrence.
Do you have to think like dark, stormy thoughts?
If I'm being perfectly honest, I don't know. I'm not necessarily inclined to the primordial magics, though I have studied them intensively. I'm far more arcane-oriented, and when he does that, another hand appears and does it as well.
Woo.
Mage hand. For you less inclined magically folks.
I think it just
So,
called some of us stupid.
Who gets chosen to be a part of this ceremony?
Anyone who shows aptitude for primordial magics. Everyone is required as well to contribute to the protection of this space. So we have plenty of people who are able to be involved, and while it is a grueling task, they do get a whole month of rest afterwards.
Work for a week, take a month off.
Indeed.
Oh.
How many people does it
It is
take?
exhausting, and they don't exactly get a chance to eat or sleep.
Quit my job.
How many people does it take?
Sometimes we vary, but we have found no less than 25.
Wow.
That's a pretty big commitment.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Indeed.
it's
But
7
we have
da-
created a very safe space for us.
It is
And it
7
has been
days
proven.
straight, 24 hours a day. 20,
Yes.
however many hours a day.
Yes. Which requires an intense amount of focus. So when we go into this space, it is best if we keep our voices down.
Oh, we're really good at that.
Yes, I can tell.
So, if this space is so well protected, are there also wards against outsiders teleporting?
Yes, indeed. Once you're within the hurricane itself, if you're capable of teleportation magics, you are able to bounce around freely. Part of the Halig Tree's enchantment does something similar, as well as my teleportation down to the ground floor. But getting through the hurricane is a difficult task, which is why that plum tree is so heavily guarded. It is one of the few holes that we do have that someone from another space that we don't have necessarily guarded could just hop through.
What about peering in?
To what?
To space.
Here?
Yeah.
Rather difficult, but I suppose someone who might be strong enough could potentially pull it off.
Okay.
Anything's possible.
Are you an Aravalane?
Yes, I am part of this community.
So everyone here is an Aravalane.
Indeed. Whether we were born here or found our way here by happenstance, as your mother did eventually, or me, who eventually discovered the myth of the Arvalane and studied it till the pages were torn apart. I would never tear apart pages.
Now you
Sacrilege.
say myth.
Oh, no one knows about it.
Well, I mean, the church does.
Well, they know about it within the scrolls that they probably have on their records, but I doubt there's anyone who's truly alive who's actually seen the Arvalane since our time in the sky.
That's
And-
true.
Did your group just collectively decide to just stop talking to the church?
It was a difficult time. And there was a lot of pain, as I recall. Hearing. I wasn't a part of it. They were also dealing with a bit of a breaking up of the faction. The Arvalane were a lot larger originally and worshipped more than just Lunaris, but Denna as well, the goddess of lycanthropy.
Right.
Rather than just shape-changing into lions and squirrels and raccoons and the beasts of the forest, the followers of Denna took a much more bloody approach to their shape-changing forms. Used it to hunt down the evils of the world, but the Arvalane couldn't condone something that was so uncontrollable within such a supposed to be safe and sacred place. So they split ways.
We met a follower of Denna.
You did.
We did in Foxstrom. Is that the name of the town?
Foxstrom.
Sounds right enough to me.
Groundling places have the weirdest names.
That's technically an underground. No, never mind.
It's a real shithole.
Ooh, I bet.
Quite literally.
Foxstrom. Ugh. Feels weird in the mouth.
She's the only one we've met.
Interesting.
She would probably be interested in knowing you found this.
Well, she was very interested in us finding Dagaldoria.
Excellent.
Does
So,
that name mean anything to you?
Who's? What?
Dagaldoria?
Dagaldoria. No. Never heard of her.
Okay,
I'm very cut off from the world.
I see.
I spend most of my time looking into other planes of existence. Not so much our own. That's mainly Nira Virine's area of expertise.
Or this granny person.
She's far more focused on the community at hand here, making sure that people obey safeties and laws within this space. While we are a free living area, we believe in a sense of compassion and empathy. And Grandinola is that bright beacon that established all of that and proceeds to push it forward.
Kind of the police force, if you will.
Not so much a police, but a bit of
Tattletale.
moral guidance.
so does anyone here still worship Lunaris?
As far as I understand it, I'm not terribly inclined to the religious. Far more, again, natural, primordial, raw magics. The divine is a bit obscure to me, but I know people follow it, and it would be foolish to deny the gods. They do exist, and they are very real. But, as far as I understand it, they have more of a coexistence. Less of a worship and more of a respect.
So does she talk back to them?
Not that I know of.
Interesting.
The two who have heard from Lunaris.
She talked to me.
That's weird. Could imagine that.
Would you like to go inside?
Yeah.
Excellent. Follow me.
Is this where we have to be quiet?
Yes.
Okay. Right now. Starting now. Okay.
Starting now.
Can we not talk at all?
Echo chamber.
Mr. Nant. Can we step out for a second?
I know what you're thinking. I don't actually know what you're thinking.
I can connect us all.
Oh, I knew what you were thinking! Excellent! No, it's stepping out!
Oh, good.
No
We're
echo
out.
chamber.
Boom, boom, boom. 10 minutes later. All right. Everyone ready?
Incredible.
Here we go.
You'll never block me out.
All of us and him.
Yeah.
And him.
Like we
And-
all just put in the earpiece for a tour, and you're the
Oh,
recording.
And if you look over on the side, you'll see King Tut and his...
And Sim as well.
Oh, Sim with us still?
Sim's still on his shoulder, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
All right. Bye, Grayson.
Grayson?
That's a good name for a frog.
There's a squirrel.
Who is
I
on
thought
top
it
of
was
a
a
mountain
frog.
and not in this grove. You all begin to walk into this cavernous opening inside of this mountain, pursuing further and further you do eventually begin to hear this kind of low thrum and hum that begins to enter the space. This kind of...
Is it the chanting?
It sounds like this deep bass line, monotoned starting point that seems to carry out the furthest. And as you begin to come into the space, you do begin to hear higher forms of like this musical singing and chanting that echoes throughout this space. As the area opens up more, there are torches and bonfires that are lit within this circular room, sitting around a roughly 1,000 foot tall floating black stone.
Sounds about right.
Does it give us images of another?
Looks almost identical to the one that you saw in Dekrovska.
What?
Wolfgang's hand absolutely goes to his sword.
In your mind, fascinating, isn't it? We still don't know what it is or what it does.
Wait.
But it does seem to absorb primordial magics rather effectively.
I've seen one of these before.
And
We all have.
you just... Pardon. You decide to strap that to the back of a primordial when it sucks primordial magic?
No, not necessarily. It's been here ever since Dordonado's existence.
Huh.
We didn't place this here. How could we?
Is it a part of Ordinado?
We have only assumed as much, but it's not physically connected to him necessarily. It does seem to float in this space as he brings you all a little bit closer. You can't exactly get into this space. There seems to be this glowing energy of like this green ring that seems to connect all these different druids who are in this space. And the energy kind of goes into this stone that kind of pushes it upwards into the sky. It doesn't seem nearly as violent or volatile as what happened when the gate was trying to be opened that one time when you guys approached it in Nekrovska. This seems a little more harmonious, not nearly as violent.
Would it be uncouth if I did some arcane investigation of this stone?
Part of the reason why we don't know so much about it is because I can't get an opportunity to get in there. There isn't exactly a time for them to rest. They swap out their shifts rather rapidly.
So if we tried to access, it'd be like...
There's a chance that the hurricane ends. And it took them a long time to build it. Not to mention the ecosystem that now finds itself inside of the hurricane. Different wind spirits and wind elementals call that place home.
Yeah, no doubt.
Never
they-
thought to investigate what it was beforehand,
I wasn't here.
but somebody else didn't.
Probably not.
Somebody just said, screw it, and let's start making a hurricane.
There are people who lack curiosity and accept the world as it is and as they see it.
Or they knew something we don't.
Or they're foolish.
That too.
Or they're making the best of a weird situation.
Could be. Or maybe they were being pursued and found a means of... There's so many ifs, ands, or whats. And trust me, I'd love to stay here all day and discuss them all. But this one over here does have a trial to pursue later. And ideally, we don't want to wait too long for you to pursue it.
Yeah, we're in a time crunch. There's a lot of stuff chasing us, things that we gotta do.
I think you're lying. I just got a gut feeling.
Does this rock connect to the telescopes?
No. See, I can't rule anything out, and that's what frustrates me. I don't know. I
Were
hate
the
that.
telescopes here before you two?
No, we created those, much to the chagrin of the Druid Society. But once I was able to get enough people to agree and find a level of interest and curiosity, Granny Nola eventually approved.
So everything has to go through her.
She is the Archdruid of this grove.
How long has she been around again?
I think the last time we celebrated her birthday, she was turning 1,476.
So she might know about some of this OG shit.
Oh, it's very possible. Though, this space has been around considerably longer than her. Double her age, and this place has still been in the sky and has had 1,000 years to live before that moment. There's a lot of history here, and it's been well kept a secret and safe because we haven't intervened with a lot of what keeps it floating.
Maybe we should find Granny, yeah?
Yes. Thank you for showing us this weird rock.
Hey.
However, you said there was another.
Did we?
Yeah, I did.
You've seen something like this before.
Yeah, it's far to the north.
Far to the north. I have my secrets just as well as you all have yours. I won't pry necessarily. But since I can't seem to get my hands on this one and do any investigating, maybe.
You want us to study it and tell you what we find out?
No.
I think he wants to go and see it for
Yes.
himself.
You have
The walking metal man.
Yeah,
Have
an
you
open
ever left the
invitation.
hurricane?
I originally lived outside of it. Yes.
Oh, that's right. How often do you go outside?
I don't nearly as often anymore, but I'm sure I could set up one of my proteges to watch over things while I'm gone, and maybe Nerifrine could check in on things every once in a while.
Where did you live outside of it, exactly?
Well, I studied wizardry at Trimsworth Magical Academy.
Maybe Giselle could watch while you're gone.
Sure, I'm going to pretend like I know everyone's name.
Okay.
Gisela.
Squirrel.
She's a squirrel. Well, they're all squirrels. They're all lions, they're all squirrels, they're all raccoons. They like to prank me and turn into different things. I'm just an owl!
You can't turn into other things?
No, I'm not a druid.
No, he's a wizard.
Exactly.
You said that like 5 times.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I
wouldn't.
could say it to 6. I'm
It's
very
not
proud.
the same thing?
Can you not polymorph?
I can, but I don't entirely retain my mental
I'm sorry.
capabilities.
Sounds more fun that way.
I don't know about you guys. I've never met druids before, so I'm a little lost here. Druids and wizards are different.
Wildly.
One's wild.
Did you get it? Yeah, I like you a lot.
Hey, I'm
gonna have to
kind of
explain
looking
that
out for
later.
mentors. Yeah, you could tag along. As long as
Do
there's
you-
one more.
Hey, look, we gotta hit the road. Thanks so much.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
think it's
Let
time
me
to-
walk you out.
I'll send you.
Absolutely.
We're still connected.
But we can choose to just be us.
And then, just to him, I tell him, you have an open invitation to my city anytime. If you want to study that rock, I'm sure some people will show you where it is.
Excellent. What is that city called?
Necrovskia. Just tell him you're a friend of mine.
Wow, that has some roots in some dark language. All right. Moving forward.
It's got a fucking comment.
Just because it's got necro in the front. All right. He eventually leads you outside of this cavernous entrance. Looks to you all and, well, I'm not just going to let you wander through the forest unless that's something you're just interested in doing, heading north, towards the head. North is weird when you're on a flying thing. You're more than welcome to, or you can take the Halic tree, which I could take you all to.
That'd be back up by those telescopes.
Just below.
You said we walk up north towards the head?
North. Head, yes.
How far up there is the head?
At this point, about 6 miles.
I like the teleporting trees.
Yes, let's
Yeah.
go teleport.
Maybe we can say hi to Gael one more time.
There's a lot of people I don't know amongst my coven.
Yeah.
I thought I had a hard time with names.
On that note. Ooh, how am I going to do this? I'll cast Fly. I need your assistance.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get everyone.
Oh.
Do you not have Fly?
No, I do. Yeah, of course.
Have you
He's like burning.
prepared it for today?
Yeah, technically.
Yes?
Yep.
Indeed. Are you tired?
A little sleepy.
A little sleepy? 3 circles appear in his space and he pumps it into you. You gain back a 3rd level spell slot.
You're gonna have to teach me that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here you go. Uppies.
It's called Arcane Transference. I'll teach it to you.
I'm into it.
You essentially sacrifice a spell slot of your own, and the other person gains a spell slot equal to that level, no higher than 5th.
Ah.
Yeah. Carry me.
All right.
Holding
He
doing this
casts
move.
Fly at a high level and gets everyone available. Flying up this way.
Woohoo.
Actually, he doesn't even do it on himself because he can just fly.
Right.
As we're flying,
Yeah.
I'll reach out into his mind. Do you have one of those fancy telescopes that might be able to look into the Shadowfell?
We do have one that could look into the Shadowfell, yes.
you mind pointing that out to me when we get up there?
Sure. Well, come back at night. We can discuss things then.
All right, fine.
And you cannot take one of those plugs.
Of course, I would never think of doing such a thing.
No, of course not. You're not thinking about it right now.
Not.
Oh, they're disappointed. Continues flying. You eventually come to that halig tree on the edge of that cliffside. A couple people seem to be up in the branches, kind of trimming the tree ever so slightly, and kind of greet and acknowledge you. Soren nods to them. You all land and feel the flight end.
Not mine.
Yeah, you keep yours. All right. I believe Vereen told you exactly how to teleport through this tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hands on, think north. Think head.
Yeah, okay, but before we go,
I usually do.
I'm pretty sure you should be able to determine north if you're looking at the stars, right?
Yes, but it confused me because I always think north as the head, because that has been our north for so long.
I see. Okay.
I know there is a north, but it's really hard to determine that in the midst of a hurricane.
So we will
Goodbye.
we'll
Bye.
think head then.
Hmm?
We'll just think head.
I'm
Head.
thinking
Let's all
as
think
close
about
to the
head.
head as I can possibly get.
Absolutely.
Did you ever hook up with Neri Vereen?
Roll an insight check.
No.
Ew, why would you ask that?
He coughs up a pellet.
You.
Oh, you just had
Does
that.
he eat his own shit?
He's an owl.
Yes, of course
Owls,
he does.
that's what owls do. They cough up.
Really?
I can't digest the bones and the fur.
Yeah. You never had to dissect one of those in school?
Oh no, Giselle!
Oh.
It was Giselle.
No. You just keep doing G names.
Right then, let's head into the tree. Thank you.
I think he hooked up with his mom.
Head!
Head.
Put the
Head.
hand
That's what he
on.
got from her.
Okay.
Head.
Right as you all begin to focus, takes off into the sky, soaring off
He's a character.
ever so slightly.
I like him.
He's alright. Give him a 3 out of 5.
Do you like
Weird
anybody?
Lots of people.
Himself.
Yeah.
Me.
You hold
Me,
show the
myself,
mirror.
and I.
He likes whoever's looking in that mirror with him.
Exactly.
As you all place your hands on the halig tree, disappearing, and just as rapidly as your vision fades, you're back. An enclosed grove forest. Not unlike the one that you were in once you had lowered yourself to the base of the mountain. Two individuals kind of, whoa!
Sorry.
It's okay.
We're here to see Granny Nola.
Nesta.
That's me, yeah.
Nesta. Good. Good. Follow.
Sim, you can help us with translation by now, right?
I'm working on it.
Bro, you're supposed to be so good at these
I
languages.
don't have a baseline!
Just give the little guy some time.
I've never heard Sim upset like that before.
I'm gonna be.
He's never struggled this much with the language before.
I'm gonna be very carefully looking at these woods as we go.
The woods?
Yeah, I'm suspicious of this place.
Suspicious.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Should we just have someone talk at Sim for a while?
How do you like a? I can math.
I do
11.
see a single digit there. Yeah, these trees.
I'm gonna burn another thing.
They're
Roll
up to
my
something.
D8.
While she's doing that, I'm going to
15.
Okay.
I'm gonna telepathy to Soren.
Oh, right, you can do that as
Yeah.
far as you want.
Just asking him, hey, for the next hour or so, would you just narrate everything you're doing to Sim? Just everything.
I don't
Sim
think
doesn't need his language.
Soren doesn't.
Soren
speak.
does speak common perfectly.
Oh, but like, in this funky language?
Valyrian?
Yeah.
Sure.
Thanks.
Vasco says he starts like reciting a lesson
Just
plan.
to Sim!
And Sim's just like just static hits.
Hey pal, don't overheat up there. Mending just.
As you begin to follow this druidic guard, he brings you out into this clearing space where you see a number of different tents within the area. Not too unlike near Varine's coven, though this is far less a militaristic community. It's not really an army base. You see children kind of running and playing different games with each other, and then one turns into a bird and flies off.
Kid seems like he's cheating.
The other one turns into a bird and chases.
Nope, never mind. Even out.
All things fair. You see individuals who are currently washing laundry in a stream nearby, and you see a elderly. Wow, way to go, Dominic. This elderly gnomish woman. This gray, silverish gray hair that is extremely dreaded through. Different bits of flora and fauna you find has been like braided in. She's very hunched over with this beast pelt over her. A large staff that clearly is taller than herself. And a young child who's currently crying, and she just places her hand on their knee, and just a glow of green magic, and the wound on their knee begins to heal and fade away. Nice. And she kind of just picks the young boy up, who then is taller than her, and just, all right, be on your way now. And kind of turns to look at you all. This heavily wrinkled face that it's hard to tell where the smile lines begin or end on this rather jovial and receptive face. She looks to you all, just, well, welcome. It has been some time since we've had visitors, not only to the Hour of Elaine, but also to the Coven of the Moon. She slowly begins to walk over and places her hand out.
I'll take it.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Nesta Fane.
You too, Granny.
Oh, this is Granny.
We gave a toy.
Yeah.
Wolf is done today.
I was being
Was the intensive level of description? Or? She's old!
Excellent. I don't believe I've caught everyone else's name. The only person I was told necessarily to expect was Nesta. But it seems you've brought along quite an eclectic crew.
You
Yes.
can just call us the Rat Pack.
No, definitely not.
You could. It's
This
not our
is-
name, but
This is my group of adventurers. We're known as the Obsidian Winds.
the Obsidian Winds. Now that I believe.
I wouldn't.
To some unknown.
She immediately hovers over to you. Not actually hovers, but like moves over to you and just,
A fascinating contraption we have here, and yet you are capable of very intellectual thought.
A lot more than a contraption, lady.
My apologies. I did not mean to assume too much about you. You are fascinating indeed, though metal tends to steer me in a bit of an abrasive space, but you seem kind enough at heart.
I mean, yeah.
Regardless
Right.
of whether or not there's a heart, I sense a soul in there, and that is what matters.
Yeah. Sure.
I do like him. Excellent. Well, welcome. Please make yourselves at home. We can procure more tents if you require shelter. Though I know you magical sort often have plenty of skills up your sleeves to protect and guard yourselves.
Will we not be taking the test right away?
Should you wish to, we may commence. I did not want to seem to rush you necessarily, and there's plenty to prepare for. My hope was to do it under the night sky with the moon up high. But
Well, no, I like that. Those are good vibes.
fair enough. One is always allowed to change and adjust their mind.
she kind of begins to walk away. Kind of snaps to a few individuals nearby. Sorry, it's just like, I'm wild.
Please fetch them means of rest. caught.
We were literally just asleep.
Ah, I imagine Sorn's test. How did that go, by the way?
It was successful.
Slept well. Thanks.
It is good to find rest when you can. Come, let's talk.
Alrighty then.
She begins to.
Which way to the head?
I was promised head.
You wish to meet with Dora Donado.
See if maybe
Now I
he's
do.
interested in a conversation.
I would be very surprised, though. I have not spoken with him in some time. He has become rather lackadaisical in the recent years. You are more than welcome to wander down to the front of his face if you so wish to.
I will totally go with you.
Yeah, I'll join you as well.
I'm interested in seeing the face of a giant monster.
I think I'd like to go with you too.
Everyone wants to go.
All right.
You don't have to.
Nesta, if you wish to postpone our conversation to go with your friends, you're more than welcome to.
That's alright. They can go without me.
All right. Enjoy.
Can you tell me what language he speaks?
He speaks in your mind.
I thought so.
It is a telepathic communication that is more an understanding of intent, far more than it is an actual language.
And why do you think he stopped talking to you?
I don't know.
Let's ask him.
How does that make you feel?
I miss him. I missed speaking with him. But life continues, and we can't dwell on things we can't change.
Do you remember the last thing he said to you?
Yes, clearly.
Is it personal?
Very. But maybe with enough time here, I can open up a little further to new strangers.
Seems like a relationship.
Nothing spoken in
meter.
anger, I hope.
Maybe in time. Young
Roll
Raccoon.
approves.
I'm not surprised that she knows my name. I'm famous.
You are.
Quite.
Enjoy
Have fun,
your
say
time.
hi to him for me.
Follow me, Nesta.
Bye, guys.
Good luck, Nesta.
We're still psychically linked if you need us.
Got it.
This is gonna be amazing.
She begins to take you off into the forest. Very, very slowly. It is the midst of a video game where your run cycle is far too fast and the NPC is far too slow.
I will
The worst.
turn that game off.
This is the test.
It
Praying
just
right now.
might be.
My one weakness.
Waiting. Walking along, she'll occasionally stop, and she reaches down to touch a budding flower and will cause it to bloom suddenly. And continues walking
Got a real Yoda thing going on here.
a little bit.
I like it.
You should wear her as a
Continues walking along.
backpack.
Carry her.
We can make this go a lot faster if you just climb up.
Come on, Yoda.
I could be a backpack ride.
Oh, no.
It's a great song.
Banger.
Banger. Walking along for quite some time. It is probably a good
100 feet.
35 minutes of absolute silence and slow wandering.
Just about 100 feet, yeah.
She continues along,
Come so
and then she eventually sits down on a stone nearby and
I'll sit crisscross applesauce next to her.
okay. She kind of nods to you.
It is nice to have company.
She kind of pats your shoulder a bit,
Thanks.
looks back up into the trees.
like you forgot you were there.
She's like, oh! Welcome, make sure she's not dead.
You invited me.
She kind of turns and looks to you and
You You have such a loud mind for someone who is so hesitant to speak.
That's sure, that makes sense.
Is there anything you wish to talk about, Nesta? Rather the pace at which we move, or beyond that?
Well, now that you mention it, I do think the pace is a little slow, but I understand due to your size and age, so...
How dare you comment on the size and age of a woman? I am perfectly capable of moving myself at a brisk pace.
Apologies.
But why must I in that moment? Where were we rushing off to, Nesta?
I don't know.
Where would you like to have rushed off to?
Well, I was just kind of hoping to go where you wanted to go. Seemed like you had something to talk about.
Hmm. No, not necessarily.
Oh.
God damn it.
Craig! How's the turtle going? Is it cool?
It's alright.
no idea. This is amazing.
Turtle's talking like crazy.
Everyone's
fun?
walking quite slow.
I am not.
Could you imagine?
She's just turned into Granny Nola.
Nothing on the mind. No concerns or worries. Things lingering in the future causing anxiety. Things from your past causing depression.
Well, the test earlier today was kind of traumatic. I kind of came face to face with a lot of things that I've been trying not to think about very much. And that was unpleasant. But I got through it, and my friends were there to help. And I appreciate them a lot, so I think it went pretty well.
Memories are not something to simply get through, Nesta.
Okay.
What do you think memories could be? Even the bad ones.
Lessons?
Sure, but that's such a boring thought to have, being stuck in a school, being taught something necessarily. What else could it be?
Ammunition?
Now there's the thought of a warrior. Interesting. There are not many who follow Lunaris, who seek her light as a means of destruction. Not that that is a bad thing, Nesta, but it is insightful to think about what we say when we say it.
Yes. So there's we had a member in our party who fell, who was a fighter, and I was training with him before he passed, and I started leaning more towards a more combative outlook on life than purely clerical.
Oh. And what do you think that has done for your faith?
I think in some ways it feels weaker, and in other ways it feels stronger. My connection with Lunaris feels weaker, but I feel stronger, which feels weird because I get my power from her, so it's kind of...
It sounds to me like you function as if you were a river. And you have a split, heading down two different paths. You have simply decided to channel the water to move somewhere else. It is all your power, regardless of where it comes from. But the channel that you choose to open up more may lead you down a different path. And you won't know if it's the right one until you go down it.
To be honest, I'm a little worried because after I finish all of this, if I pass your test, of course, and I return to my temple, they're going to make me a prism which is all I ever wanted. But now the idea of staying in the temple doesn't sound as good to me.
What does sound good to you? Should all go according to plan. You leave here victorious, having passed your trials, you become a prism, and what do you do with that title and that power? What would you want to do?
I wanted to, to help people find their way to Linares and to guide them on this path of life.
And now?
I kind of like helping people with my friends.
A mind is allowed to change.
And she stands and begins to walk.
I'll follow her.
As we move from this moment.
Real quick.
Yes.
Is she human?
She is a gnome.
She's a gnome.
Yes.
How tall is she?
About Yoda height.
2.5 feet tall.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
She's-
you're
I think
taller
she's
than
even-
her. Don't worry.
I think she's even because Frognan, you're like 3 feet or something like that.
Yeah, I'm short for a gnome and I'm 2'10".
2'10". She's also very hunched over. Like her body is showing that wear and tear at this point.
She's shrinking.
Yeah,
you want
essentially.
like a 90-degree arch, or
It's not that far yet. As we move away from this moment, we come to the rest of you all.
Is the way to the head like through the forest?
Part of it, yes.
Okay.
There are some druidic guards who are walking you towards the head.
Maverick, I really want to talk to this Dora. See if I can talk to this Dora. I haven't quite thought of what I would say.
I was actually just about to ask, boss. What is the? Why?
Are you doing this out loud?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
walking up with him.
Because you are all still psychically linked, so you could do private channels.
But I'm just talking.
If
out
you
loud.
talk out loud, I'll talk out loud back.
Well, I don't know. This place weirds me out. I'm just trying to figure out, what is Dora running from?
You think it's running from something, or you think it's not just enjoying the freedom of being in the air?
Maybe. But I want to know why he stopped talking. I want to know if he's conscious or mad or... I mean, all these people living on a sentient, primordial dude? I don't know.
Hey, I mean,
Maybe he just got bored of Grammy.
Who could ever?
This flower's so lovely.
I gotta tell you, that makes a lot of sense.
I'm not gonna lie to you, boss. In the grand scheme of things, of stuff that I've seen out there, it's pretty tame.
This is tame? Fuck.
I mean, think about it. If you've got... I mean, I haven't spent a whole heck of a lot of time here, but you think about this world and even just all the stuff that you guys have experienced and told me about and filled me in, you know, and then that's just everything that you've experienced together. Take everything else that you've all done individually. You know, take all of that kind of stuff and think about all the potential things that could happen if you were looking through those telescopes at all those other places. And if you think about it, there's probably people in those places there where things that have happened to you seem unimaginable to them.
It's very existential.
I was
in a
gonna
way.
say existential.
You're very, like, moody guy, you know?
I was thinking a broody guy.
Broody guy, that's what I
Yeah,
meant.
sword.
Just what happens when you have had a lot of time to think and question.
I put my hand on him and And I go, have you seen some stuff, Maverick? Because you can talk about it. Not with Kylos, but I'm here for you.
I appreciate it, but well, let's focus on the task at hand.
Great. Hey, do you have Professor's books?
I do.
You should write this in there. He would love this. We gotta record it for when we bring him back.
Okay.
Just keep walking.
I don't do that.
I got a question for you, Rick. So is this like your first primordial or your second, third, fourth, fifth?
I'm just walking forward.
The
So-
tweeting of the birds.
Let's say it's your first. You've been around a long time. You probably know a thing or two about history and whatnot, if you can remember it. It's not all jumbled up in there. What's the relationship like between the gods and the primordials?
Still walking forward.
You
I don't
really are
think you're,
broody.
I don't think you're talking loud enough. I don't think he can hear you.
Yeah.
Maverick, did you hear?
He heard him.
What?
Pretty boy, Kylos here was.
He was
Honestly, I
ignoring
don't
me.
remember what he was saying. So,
He was being annoying, but he was asking a very interesting question.
what did he ask? Something about primordials.
Primordials and the gods.
Rangoon, what's your wisdom?
It's like amazing.
Yeah, but give me a number.
Like, what do you mean? Like,
What's your wisdom?
Like, what do you mean? What's my
What's your wisdom score?
You know, it's like pretty good. It's 11.
Okay.
11
Not
out of
average.
10.
I'll turn. Oh, sorry, Keegan, what's up?
It's unsettling. I don't know why, but it just is.
Rangoon,
wrong
Terrible
K-name.
name.
Wrong K name, dude.
Rangoon, it settles in almost immediately. He was not ignoring Kylos. He was just not spoken to correctly, so he didn't acknowledge.
Right, anyways, like I was saying, now that we're here, present, are we?
I'm looking at you, ain't I?
Right, perfect. Is this your first primordial or your second primordial? Your third?
I mean, I want to say it's probably my first primordial. I mean, this isn't exactly the kind of entity that I've seen in the past.
Alright, we're moving past that. You've been around a long time. You know quite a bit, right?
I mean, yeah.
Some stuff where you're not getting names wrong. The primordials and the gods, what's their relationship like? Have any ideas?
How the hell would I know that?
I don't know, you said you fought with angels.
Yeah, angels are different from gods and primordials.
Yeah, but they serve gods. They ever send angels to, I don't know, kill a primordial?
No. Sent down to kill a lot of devils, though.
Makes sense. Timeless wars. Alright. That's all I got for you. And it's Kylis or Kai. Or Your Majesty. Whichever you prefer.
I would like
Definitely not doing the last one.
I would like everyone who's walking to please make me a charisma saving throw.
No.
Well, that's it, folks.
Oh, we don't.
I can't continue until they roll me that charisma saving throw. So
What the fuck?
You were all within 5 feet of me, most likely.
Sweet God.
10 feet even?
So what
Nope.
do we get?
5.
We get plus 5?
I think it's 10 feet.
It's 10 feet.
Wait.
A
They have to be
paladin's aura-
within 10 feet.
Paladin's aura is 10 feet.
Yeah, and then it bumps up to 30.
bumps to 30 later.
Am I within 10 feet
So it
of
says 10 feet. That's what I said.
13.
13 fails.
Am I within 10 feet of him?
I'd say all of you
What do
are.
I get?
Plus 3.
Okay.
24.
Fails.
I got a 24.
Fails.
29.
Fails.
Um,
Hi,
not 29.
Primordial Titan.
Not far
Yeah.
less than 29.
Damn
Okay.
it, I thought I had that one.
Me too!
Yeah, I was like 24. Yes. Fuck.
Yeah, not the Primordial Titan. Moving forward, you are eventually escorted out onto this relatively wide wooden boardwalk almost that seems to be adhered and attached to kind of the edge of Dordonato's shell. And as you step out onto it, it is just free fall below you. As you look down, you can see directly into that bit of swirling cloud underneath you, and the vertigo ever so slightly begins to kick in. This would have sucked when you were cursed, but in this moment, it's like a little bit of home almost.
Am I still flying? Do I still have fly active?
It's less than an hour.
Yeah, I would say. Curving around the edge, as you're walking along, you do begin to see a massive eye on the left-hand side of this face.
How big are we talking?
Roughly the size of a 3-story building.
Wait, so what part of Donato are we on right now?
You're on this like boardwalk. It's not really a part of him anymore.
Oh,
It's
okay.
something that was constructed specifically so that you could get in front of his face.
So it's almost like we're kind of like coming off of his shoulder.
Yeah, you're kind of extended off of this platform that has kind of been like adhered to some of the trees that are growing out of him. So there is like a bit of support without like digging into the Titan.
Okay.
But you're moving along this edge, and you can see this massive eye, dark pupil with this almost amberish brown iris around the edges that has like this zigzag pattern that connects in this circular fashion around the eye.
Does it look like its eye is open?
Yeah, eyes open.
Does it blink?
A minute goes by. 2 minutes. As you just stare
Every
into
hour
this
on
eye.
the hour.
We'll find out. What would you like to do as you've almost reached the front of his face?
Well, I will get to the end, like as far as we can go, to kind of look in his eye, or wherever I need to be, so I can he can see me with his eyeball.
Yeah, you're standing right in front of it,
Okay.
more or less. You all can stand in front of this eye.
Okay. And I'm just gonna sort of because I just think I'm the psychic shit.
Sure.
I don't have any actual abilities surrounding this, but I'm gonna try and psychically connect with Dora Donato.
Okay. How are you doing that?
I am just thinking really hard about.
That's where I thought that was going.
That's amazing. I love that for you.
I'm just thinking over all these past months and all the crazy things I've been able to do to teleport and throw psychic blades at people, and I'm changing into this new person, you know?
Mhm.
So I believe that I can psychically link with this turtle,
Belief is a powerful thing,
right?
but not powerful enough for a roll, unfortunately.
I feel like I'm,
Without a particular ability that you're leaning into, unfortunately, I can't do a roll.
persuasion. I'm persuading him
So-
to
I'm
talk
psychically
to me.
persuading this
I'm
thing.
psychically persuading him to talk to me.
Psychically link. Do you want to say anything to him?
Yes. In my mind, I will say, "Hello, majestic being."
You saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? I thought you said in your mind.
Oh
your
no,
mind.
I am saying it in my mind.
Yeah.
In your mind out loud.
Okay.
In my mind out loud. No, just adore Donato.
Okay.
Hello, majestic being. Are you okay?
You hear a...
Does everybody hear that, or do?
As he inhales and
So,
exhales.
Raccoon, we made it here. What's the plan?
I'm talking to Dora.
What's he saying?
Nothing yet.
Why are you whispering?
I don't know.
Okay. So far we got a large sigh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
We've been here for a whole of 30 seconds. Have some patience.
Well, do you guys have any questions for Dora?
I'm just here for moral support for you.
I do. I'll wait till you're done though.
I wanted to see the giant creature's face. I really don't have any.
Okay, I'll reach out again psychically and I'll say, Dora Donato.
I don't think that's.
You missed a letter in there.
Dora Dornado.
There we go.
There it is.
That's what I said.
You said Dora Donato.
You did.
I'm pretty sure I said Dornado.
Dora Dorito.
You just didn't understand my
I was
accent.
just thinking.
Go Diego, go.
I had a couple of other ones.
Dora Dornado. Will you speak to me?
Be really, really cool if you did. Give me a persuasion check.
Is it working?
It has to be a disadvantage. I'm so sorry.
Oh. 23.
23 disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll flash a genius for a 28.
Okay.
Ooh. I'll go, yeah!
Yeah.
Does it help?
And I'm going like this.
She pooping?
I don't know if that's
Oh,
helping.
no, I
either.
got a cool one.
Sparkdance not prestidigitating the drink away this time.
Just here for the show.
It kind of... The eye focusing on you.
It looked at us.
We're on to something.
Oh, look at you now. Oh, it's going to continue to look at
shit.
you.
Slowly surveying the group
Oh, okay.
ever so gently. And continues looking forward.
I don't think we're that interesting.
You hear the of the wings, and you suddenly feel a bit of a change in direction.
What did he say?
He's not saying shit,
Oh,
Godman.
man.
Things happened, he looked at us, and then he...
Is he changing directions?
I think he heard me. I think he's just...
Did you tell him to go somewhere?
Hey!
No.
Hey!
You just being a dick?
Talk to her, what's your deal? Or me, I don't care.
Well, I thought
got
you
your
were
tongue?
sleepy.
I'm getting
Wake
the-
up! Wake up!
I'm getting
Find your
the
happy place!
sense
Find your happy place! Find your happy place!
that maybe he would have talked to me if certain people weren't here.
Oh, you think I'm the problem?
Well, he lingered on you for quite a while. You saw that eyeball looking at you.
Have you seen me? Of course they would linger.
Did you linger specifically? He's not going to answer me.
Cause I don't think a cajillion-year-old primordial turtle is got the hots for you.
Yeah, cuz were you thinking about head strong enough?
I was. Got me here, didn't it?
Kairos, were you?
Huh?
Were you?
No.
You go to say those words and they can't come out.
Oh.
Were you what? What are you asking him?
I was
As he
asking.
cannot tell a lie in the presence of Dora Dornado. You know this spell.
This is a strange turn of events. You know what? It might be me. Maybe I should go.
Even if it was a joke.
No, wait, stay.
I don't think I should.
Why being weird?
It just doesn't seem right, you know? Just.
I didn't mean it, Kylus. I don't think it's your fault he's not talking.
You know, I'll stay. Just be quiet. Just real quiet. Let you do your thing.
He's acting weird.
Handle your business.
When doesn't he act weird?
Dora Dornado.
It's the way you say it. That upsets me to my core. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but it's a feeling.
He's hooked on it.
Dora Dornado.
It feels like something out of Spy Kids. We gotta go awaken Dora Dornado.
You did.
I did. I'm mad at
Never seen
myself.
that movie.
It's our job to just ruin things you name.
Mm-hmm. You do a damn good job.
Try.
Can you see the future?
You roll the dice. What does that mean?
No response.
You getting bored?
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bored with this thing. I really thought something cool was going to happen.
Seriously, you guys have the attention span of rodents.
Yeah, the Rat Pack.
That's a lot.
Alice, you know what?
That's amazing.
You got me there, pal.
We are the Rat Pack.
Can tell a joke from time to time.
Whatever. I don't think I'm strong enough yet, anyways. So I think we should go.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. You at least got its attention.
It
That's
did.
probably a lot less than a lot of people can say.
He's right. It looked at us.
Thanks, Maverick. Did you write all this down?
No.
Can't tell a lie.
Are you going to?
You can also, I will say, because of the effects of Zone of Truth, which is what this is, you can also elect to not say anything. You don't have to tell the truth.
No.
You just can't actively tell a lie.
I'm not gonna write this down. I'm sorry.
Well, let me borrow the book then.
Okay. Let me find it. I start searching through my bag.
Okay. As you begin to search through your bag, that flash of that dark helmet as your hand bumps it. Please make me wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, he was waiting for that.
Oh yeah, I needed you to reach into your bag for anything.
You're welcome.
14.
14. Tonight.
Oh my god, are you going on a date?
Roses and wine.
I'm gonna give you the loving.
And that's not a lie.
I'm gonna love this crystal. But you find the journal.
Here.
Thank you. Do you have a pen?
I don't have a. I do have a pen.
Wisdom saving throw now.
Okay.
Why
I
do you
opened
look
the book.
guilty?
You didn't roll a single fucking insight check. Shut up.
I never look guilty.
Neither does he.
Passive insight?
What's your passive insight?
It's above average.
Give me a number, Rangoon.
Compared to a commoner, it would be more than them.
That's not a number.
11.
11. That does not beat his passive deception.
That's dumb.
I'll be walking back to wherever the tree and just like kind of jotting things down.
Before you go, quick question for you. Do you think I'm handsome?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Alright.
Mr. Nant. Thank you. Come on now.
Wait, do you? I mean, he is handsome. Come on, be real.
Absolutely. I gotta go.
There it is.
As you all begin to shuffle your way
You are
off.
vain as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna linger.
Okay. Yeah, as you all begin to kind of follow Rangoon, unless anyone's electing to stay behind, Kylus does kind of backpedal.
Do you want company?
If you'd like, it's up to you.
I'm gonna keep walking. I'm
Okay.
not gonna stop for
Yeah, that's fair.
her taking notes. As I'm walking away, I want that book back later.
Yeah.
Write your little notes.
What you up to, Kylus?
I'll try and speak to him.
Okay.
Them. I don't know. Let's see.
They probably don't. Well, I have been saying him. And everyone else in the community has been saying he, so.
Okay.
They
We'll
can
go
use
with
multiple gender pronouns.
that. That's fair.
Primordial.
Yeah.
It's a creature that existed before anything.
Yeah. Including pronouns. Existed before gender.
Actually.
Yeah.
I'll kind of stand on the area and just stare at the eye for a minute and possibly rethink asking this. I don't really have any questions for you. I do have a request, though. I'm saying this in my mind, just so you know. Frogman.
Okay, my insight's great.
Actually, I'll say it out loud in Primordial.
Okay.
War seems to be brewing for my people. And if it does, if all hell breaks loose, we'll need allies. Powerful allies, and I think you're one of them. Peace has existed for my people for thousands of years, and I don't want you to falter while I'm their prince. I would ask that you help us.
looks at you. And blinks. Ever so slowly. The sound of crumbling rock, like it's falling off of a mountaintop, as the lid closes.
I would look back and see this.
And opens back up. Not entirely certain what that means.
Mr. Nan, do you think that was a good sign?
You know, I have a feeling that any acknowledgement is positive at this point. I feel like it would be pretty severe if his acknowledgement was negative.
Alright, it's the wink can mean like a lot of things.
Yeah.
You never saw the other eye.
Are you asking favors?
Something like that?
Do you need help?
I already asked.
Oh. Are you gonna ask more?
No, that's about it.
Okay, that was fun.
Do you have a
Wait,
question?
no, that was a lie.
That's fine.
Mr. Nan, if you'd like, I can tell you about it later.
Yeah.
Right. I just want to talk to you about it anyways.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like it.
Great.
Sorry, I can't lie here.
No, that's fair. Usually I like what you tell me. That's cool though. Shall we ticka?
Let's tick tick tick.
Okay.
You both took a tick.
I wonder if she's given Granny the sending stone yet.
As we fade away.
Nails it.
I just gotta say, Kylus, DC 30.
What the fuck?
You were just under.
I rolled 16.
Oh,
What if I rolled higher?
you could have done it. You could have fought off the zone of truth.
That went cool. Really cool.
Yeah, like fucking this type of beast, like it's god level DCs.
Oh, you can fight this type of beast.
As we kind of fade and come back to Nesta and Granny, she's been wandering back to the main coven space, essentially, and she has not said a word. Unless you have had anything you want to say to her.
So, if I were to give you this sending stone that I have,
Stone!
would you be interested in maintaining a conversation with the Temple of Lunaris?
A reconnecting. I cannot necessarily speak to why things were broken off with the Temple of the Prismatic Knight. But I believe if there was ever any wrongdoing, that second chances are important. Regardless of what came before, it is our responsibility to carve the future.
I think that's a great outlook.
I would be interested.
Good.
Let's see about your trial first.
Of course.
Tonight, we shall begin the ceremonial preparations.
What's the moon like tonight?
Tonight would be... I know it is the autumnal moon
The
still.
non-existent moon.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah.
Tonight would be... It's the 23rd. So it's definitely waning into a new moon. It's probably still like a sliver in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say just above a sliver, but definitely waning. And you do know the Blackwind moon is on the horizon.
There's a black moon
On the rise. She wanders back, unless there's anything else. Eventually, the group reunites, coming together. At this point, I would say, with all the wandering, the conversing, moving back around, it's probably nearing lunchtime by this point.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I'm hungry. Time for food.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back. How is the turtle?
Not very talkative.
Oh,
It's all right. Got a wink.
you got a wink.
Yeah, it may have just been a blink.
You got a wink?
I'm not quite sure if it was a wink. I'd like to think it was, but
That's incredible. No one's received a wink. I don't really know if it actually does anything.
And she keeps walking.
wait, you've actually talked to him before. Hold on. Would you say a wink or a blink is a good sign, a good omen?
It could be his eyes were drying out.
That doesn't help me feel any better.
No.
Horribly timed eye dryness.
But what we do with disappointment is very telling.
Right. Wasn't disappointed. Now I might be. Okay, cool.
Oh,
Lovely talk.
no.
Has she been talking like this the whole time?
Yes. I would take it as a good omen.
Thank you.
She turns around. And now it's.
Can I see anything in that finger gun exchange that I might be
Those
suspicious
guns
of?
loaded.
With those guns loaded.
Were those guns firing? Roll an insight check.
I just want to see if anything.
Did he finger guns back at her?
I did.
He's
Yeah, he
initiated
started
it.
He fingered her?
How about an 8?
No.
I can't roll above a 5 today.
You rolled an 8.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, my bad. Didn't you get a natural 20 before the
missed it.
sessions?
The
Like,
first
you did.
roll
The first
was
roll,
a nat
you've
20.
never
That's
rolled
it.
It's all
your
downhill
luck
from
right there. Okay. You guys have the rest of the day to do what you will. Once evening approaches, it will be time for Nesta's next trial. Is there anything you would like to be doing in that time? Probably around 5 o'clock, I will just say. Sim goes, I got it!
Oh!
Wow.
Goodness.
I got it. I bested one again.
You're riding that high, aren't you?
You have no idea.
Good for you.
Good job,
Alright.
little buddy.
I love that for you.
It's a win. He levels up.
I
Do something. I
would
don't know.
have just been looking, like, on the lookout for any group of people that, like, look like they're quietly whispering to each other, just to see if anybody's talking about what's been going on. With
I mean, they're all
Dwarf and
speaking in a different language, and I think they feel comfortable knowing that you don't know said language. So no one really whispering about the space. Also, no one looking at you guys going, I think the only one that's happening to is him.
Okay.
There are plenty of people who look at Maverick and like, oh, and start chatting amongst
Does
themselves.
everybody seem, like, pretty happy? There's no, like, tension or anything?
People seem to be in a great mood.
Cold.
Things are
That's what culture like.
doing well here.
Does have kind of a culty vibe.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Granny Clampett.
Sure.
I just want to ask her about where the temple for Lunaris is.
Oh, okay. You come up to her while she produces a bit of flame in her hand and launches it at a bit of a campfire emblazoned and starts cooking over this pot.
Hey.
Soup.
What's in the pot?
Soup.
What kind of soup?
Delicious soup.
Awesome.
A rabbit stew.
Oh, I'm in.
Mm.
You need me to add anything to that?
Are we? Never mind. We're not worried. It's a druid.
Oh, definitely not.
I got some space sky deer in here somewhere.
Oh.
You can add some of that.
She kind of eyes your bag. Walking back.
Tainted meat.
You're operating with someone who has a very high passive perception.
Sweet.
Kind of lifts the pod. I have no words. With her staff, looking in.
Probably best if we cook this first. Josiah! Here!
Is this spelled with a G?
A J.
Ah!
As a large furbolg individual steps out and kind of catches it.
How tall is he?
Probably about 7 feet tall. Very skin lanky guy. You could take him.
I'm up and down.
Yeah, you can take him.
It's
I know that's what Wolfgang looks for.
It
You
is
can
always.
take him. Kind of. Vascu say. Walks off.
thank you. We appreciate the additives.
Why didn't you just put it directly in the pot?
We want to eat this sooner rather than later. Expediting the process of the cooking will help.
Sure. I hear there's a ancient, if not the first, temple of Lunaris somewhere around here.
Indeed. You show an interest in Lunaris as well.
I may have had a conversation or two with her.
I don't see any of her iconography across you.
I haven't had an opportunity to really iconographize myself,
That may not be a word.
but you understood.
Words are made up.
All things are made up.
True.
What game are
We could.
Shut up. We're doing
This is Zach's least favorite part of D&D. He's like, give me something to shoot.
We could create, of course, with your cleric's help, a holy symbol for you.
Would it be like a necklace? Or like a bracelet or something?
Whichever you would prefer. Belt, straps of some sort, earrings.
Does it do something cool?
Not necessarily.
Can it do something cool?
With magic.
Do you have, can we do that?
It would take some time, but depending on what you're wanting it to do, maybe.
Great. I would like a symbol that has some magical property. I'm not super great with this whole magic thing.
I can tell.
I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of a new thing for me. Utilizing magic. So I don't really know what to ask for. Can you make me fly? Seems to be my big problem. Everyone else can fly. I'm tired of not being able to fly.
We lean on our friends for help.
Yeah. But I would like to,
Be capable of everything.
well, not necessarily capable of everything. I just don't want to have to burden my friends. Yeah, I see where you're going here. Okay.
You automatically assume you're a burden to your own friends, though if they were truly friends, they wouldn't view you as such, would they?
I think it'd be great if you could fly.
You're not here.
Actually, wouldn't mind it, but okay.
I think he thinks we're all burdens.
You especially.
I don't think that they think I'm a burden. I'm fairly sure they know I'm not. I don't want to have to utilize their resources at times for things that, every time I say it, I
Now
say it out
you
loud.
view
it's-
yourself as a burden.
Yeah, sometimes.
That's okay.
I know. But I'd like to lessen that if I can. I wasn't serious about making me fly, but I'm getting more serious about it.
Have you spoken with your friends about your place in this group?
No, I think my place is pretty clear. In the
You do?
front, taking damage, getting the shit kicked out of me and kicking the shit out of other things.
Have you talked to them about this?
No, I feel like my giant weapons and big arms kind of do the talking.
You've chosen for yourself.
Sure.
Actions can speak wonderful things. Loud, huge concepts and thoughts. But to find the minute, the smaller fragments of information in there, the things that clarify those thoughts, those ideas, those places in our world, require words.
Okay.
Thank you for the meat.
Thank you for the...
Tea?
Are you offering me tea?
I already did. And she walks away.
That's... The cooking pot is right here. Okay.
Metaphorical.
You never told me...
Person to blame.
She never told me where the temple is.
No, she did not. Anything else anyone would like to do? All right.
Soup.
Soup is served. Your day continues. Evening fast approaches, and the rest of the Coven of the Moon begins to assemble to dress Nesta in ceremonial garb and paint her.
Oh. What does
But
that
we'll
look
come
like?
to that after this break. Oh, we will see you guys here shortly. We'll be right back.
It's just a single dog.
And welcome back.
And
And
shenanigans.
shenanigans.
Bringing us back into the moment.
Wait.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
fucking God. We just said it.
Yeah.
My brain is so hyper-focused.
You fool.
My fool. We have some new people who are kind of hanging out with us, so we want to announce that once we begin to wrap up tonight's session, we will kind of hang out for a little while and do a bit of a Q&A. If you have any questions about us or the game as it stands currently, we're 60 plus episodes in, so we've got a
66.
lot of content
Goodness.
for you guys to potentially have questions of. So if you have anything that's popping into your mind, hang out towards the end, and we'll answer whatever you throw at us.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
All right.
Boy.
Yeah, boy.
Now bringing us back into the moment. As evening fast approaches and darkness takes hold, a number of fires begin to light amongst this community. And a central bonfire is lit. Granny Nola is standing in the center, and Nesta brought forward without any armor and without any weapons.
Oh boy.
You are dressed in these soft silks that drape across your body. Nothing revealing or anything like that, but unless that is what you're wanting, Nesta, you're more than welcome to. But it is never forced upon you or anything like that. These kind of muted blues that drape across your skin. Very well made, nice fabric, it feels nice to wear. You have plenty of movement, nothing is inhibiting you. Barefoot, all magic items removed from your person, though not unattuned to. So if you needed to, you could pick something up and utilize it.
Excellent.
You were brought forward, and Granny Nola steps up with a brush and a bowl of white paint. That she... Actually, no, not white. Dark blue. Dips into, and she paints across your forehead. Just above the brow. These bits of swoops and lines depicting that of the skyline or the horizon. The trial of the sky. Past. And on your cheeks. Dots. Next.
Tickles.
Hold it together. The trial of the stars. And finally, as she painstakingly, from new to full to new again, she paints a moon in its main phases. To the trial of the moon.
Getting that tattoo.
I smell a challenge.
Places it down.
Face tap.
More conversation.
One of you has come before us, and while she does not specifically represent the Arvalane, she believes in the beliefs that we have upheld for generations. Or so we think. This evening, I shall determine it myself. Come, Nesta. We shall walk, you and me, to the first temple of Lunaris.
Okay. Yes.
And she strives forward with purpose, leaving you behind.
Oh man, no, I'll follow.
Oh.
Quick.
She is not wandering. She is not moving slow by any means. She moves step, 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 step with purpose, drive, focus. Something that deserves her haste.
Okay. All right. I'll follow. Equally determined.
You are all left behind.
Yeah.
unless your free will chooses otherwise.
So we catching up?
I think Nesta has to do this alone.
This seems like a Nesta thing.
Nesta, you doing this alone?
I grab you. Let her do her thing.
Oh, okay.
As you begin to approach the
I
edge
really
of the
wanted to
woods, stepping around one of the trees is Sorn, the Owlin wizard, who kind of nods as you walk past. Stepping... Oh, did you have something you want to say?
Well, I was wondering if I should have brought my friends. I kind of left them behind, or is this a new thing?
Kind of gives like a hooting laugh to Nola, who kind of nods and grins and continues walking.
Okay. Cool.
Turning around another tree is Nerivarine, who nods.
I'll not. I will not say anything now. I get the vibe.
Memo received. Hell yeah.
I love her so much.
Took me a second, but I am there.
You nod back, and she gives you a little jolt on your arm. Nothing painful.
What did it do?
You receive that as you receive it.
A little static electricity.
That is for
Okay.
Nesta to decide what that means.
I think it has the qualities of bless.
I think Zach's wrong.
She's just like.
I think that's the
static
quality of Death Ward.
Hell yeah, I have a power word kill now.
She actually has a death ward up still.
Does she? Nice.
You would, yeah, because the last 8 hours. Moving along, you guys walk for quite some time. Probably well into an hour of this walk. She never loses focus, never loses sight. She knows where she is, what she wants, and how to get there. Occasionally she stops, just to look up at the bit of sliver of that autumn moon in the sky. Looks back to you, smiles, and continues walking. Occasionally, or eventually, the woods begin to part. And what you see is not necessarily maybe what you expected. A grand temple of prismatic design, the 3D rainbow sculptures that are presented in the moonlight's glow in your own temple are nowhere to be found here. There are barely walls. There's barely a roof. One would stumble upon this place and consider ruins of a bygone faith or place of worship. Nature has claimed and coexisted in this space for who knows how long. But what once was a structure does still sit here. And there's an arch that she passes through. And there are stairs that she ascends. You follow. Before it expands into a cobblestoned space of prayer or worship with a cylindrical pool of water. And in the center of that pool, from your visage, you can still see that perfect reflection of the moon in the sky. Just beyond, you can see the transitions of the moon's phases. The exact same depictions that were placed upon your forehead. Granny Nola turns around to you.
Nesta Fane,
You have been met with trial and turmoil. You have had a hard life, harder than most. You've endured quite a bit. And that has cultivated you into a person with hopes, dreams, ambitious wishes.
slew of feelings and emotions. And opinions, along with beliefs. Step into the pool.
I do so.
The water, first bracing against your toes, a little cold initially to the touch, but your skin acclimates to the temperature. Up to the knees, the waist, just above your shoulders. Not terribly too deep. Once you reach the center, you can still stand in this space. Okay, to pull things up.
Oh man.
He's gonna shift into a dragon. Animal shapes.
You're gonna learn some things that you cannot learn.
Granny knows a thing or two.
She's like 1,400 years old. Yeah,
She steps up to the edge of the pool, not stepping in. Nesafane, in the eyes of the Arvalane, and in the eyes of Lunaris, what is your truth? What beliefs do you adhere to that guide yourselves and others? For if you wish to guide those who are lost, you yourself must be grounded in your faith. Do not speak, for your next words will be your answer. Just as you cannot retract the swing of a blade, words spoken are not easily withheld. And she sits, awaiting your response. This is the trial of the moon. What do you believe in? And to give Brittany a sudden moment to think this over, I will be coming back to the main group.
I was like, what are you, how are you?
I'm not about to, and you're gonna sit here live and watch her think.
Throw a life ring.
Cue the elevator music.
Yeah.
Jeopardy music.
No, we'll get copyright for
Yeah,
sure.
oh, absolutely. We'll get sued out our ass. Giving Brittany an opportunity to think that question over. The main group. In the absence of Granny Nola and Nesta, Neri Varine and Sorn do all approach this space, as do a number of selected few from her coven, or from their covens. A few individuals approach, and the mood in general relaxes a bit. There isn't so much ceremony at this point. You all are not entirely certain when these two will be returning. You have a moment to yourselves in an evening, and food is beginning to be served.
We skip all this, we just go right back to that.
That would be terrible. You're bad players.
That's just going to be more interesting. Let's go back to that.
So, wait, how many of y'all speak our language?
Yes, me. Hi.
Okay, you, the hi, yes, me.
Hi.
How many folks have done this thing before?
So, a trial like this?
Yeah.
None, ever.
So are they just kind of winging it?
I think they cultivated something that they felt was worth their time.
I think they're making it up as they go.
Yeah.
Everyone makes everything up as they go.
That's true.
I mean, regardless, it's pretty badass. I'm just kind of curious about it. It's
People hold value in whatever they choose to hold value in.
yeah.
We just want to do right by this reconnection that we never thought was going to happen in ages of our community.
So if someone was trying to impress the Arvalane, like, what should they stand for? What should they believe?
Little one, that is a very big question,
Yeah.
I mean,
and one I deem unfit to answer.
well, isn't that also just kind of feeding into giving them the answer you think they want to hear, thus not really grounding yourself in what you actually believe in?
I mean, it depends on your
Why is that-
I
motivation.
will say, no one here really knows what got asked over there. You heard the most that you guys have is we will find out what her beliefs are tonight.
Yeah.
This is all purely hypothetical, of course.
Obviously.
Yeah, but it might just be nice to know what they believe, just to see if our beliefs line up.
We're just having
You know?
existential conversation here around a campfire, people. Let's,
You don't do that every night?
Oh, not every night.
Not every night.
I don't live that every night.
So, now I'm kind of curious. How do you guys feel about things? You guys are like a good group of people who like to help, right? That's kind of our vibe. I'd like to.
Are they helping? They're kind of
Think.
just sticking to themselves out here.
They're the last line of defense. First line of...
Both.
They're a line of defense.
They're the line of defense.
They've been pretty lackadaisical.
Kylus is not entirely
Lackadaisical.
wrong, necessarily.
Never
Okay.
There are plenty of us
trying
who
to
wish we
defend
could
you.
do more.
So why don't you?
Well, it's dangerous.
Yeah, obviously.
Putting your life on the line is not an easy thing. Dude.
Look.
It's easier than you think.
I died like a week ago.
See? Easier than you think.
It was quick.
Yeah.
It was quick death. I was back pretty quickly. Nesta, she brought me back. But here's the thing. If all you do is hide out in a... I was going to call this a castle. It's definitely not a castle. On a giant flying beast in the middle of a hurricane. If all you do is hide out there, you're never really going to experience anything. And you're really never going to help. You're just going to be stagnant.
I've helped plenty of people.
Who?
Here, presently.
Your community.
Is that not help?
It is.
And is that not important?
It is. Do you ever think you could be doing more? You have all this power. And I mean, I'm talking you, the generalized. I know you're probably not the head cheese over
to
here.
Gristoff, yes.
Yeah, oh, he... Gristoff.
I was the squirrel, yes.
Yes! I was so close!
You were. I mean, you started back at A and we had to go all the way to R, so
Yeah.
it
He's
was going to take a
been
second.
asking everybody.
I imagine it was driving him nuts.
A lot of G names on this
Do you get
planet,
it? Driving
island,
him
wherever we
nuts.
are.
Thank you, Ragwood.
Yeah, but I think by you mean like you people. Right?
As a community.
The generalized
Yeah.
people that is the
Like,
Arbalane.
what's wrong with you people?
Okay, well, speaking of you people, Mr. Nand, Rangwin,
We're
can I
not
borrow
easy
the
with
two of you?
I'm sitting against a tree writing in the professor's book.
Okay.
So
I'll go up to that tree.
I haven't been paying attention to any of this.
Gotcha.
We'll
yeah.
cut from this moment for a second and pop over to you two.
I'm writing.
Hey, Rat Princess, how you doing?
Great, how are you?
Dandy.
Everyone needs a rat tail.
Oh, we don't.
Rufio!
Oh my god. It's going downhill.
What's up?
Dustin,
Thanks for coming, Mr. Nand. I'd like to borrow the two of you to help me with something.
Yeah, done.
Done? All
Here
right.
we go.
Cool, he's in. How about you?
You're not even gonna ask him what it is?
Don't you trust him?
Yeah, don't you trust me?
Don't I? Do I? What is it?
That's a no.
She thinks I'm hot, but she doesn't trust me. All right.
I
That's
never
most hot
said
people,
that.
let's be honest.
I did not say I think you are hot. I do not think you are hot. Thank you
I believe the
very
words were
much.
absolutely
Absolutely
With that
not
exact
is what I was
inflection.
trying to say.
trying to say.
My throat got dry.
Anyways, we're getting off topic. Although I love that topic. But
What do you want?
I'd like the two of you to help me steal Plum.
Yep, I'm in.
Okay.
All right, this is... Aren't you lovely? Okay, off to the tree.
Great. How long is it gonna take to get there?
Seconds.
If you go through the Halig tree.
Yeah. Okay. We stealthing this thing?
Absolutely.
All right.
Do you have a plan?
I do. We go in invisible and snag a plum while I distract them.
Why don't I distract them? I can turn into Sorn and tell everybody that it's totally okay that you can take a plum.
Let me know when you're ready.
Sorn said he was going to turn a blind eye, not tell them I could have one.
Well, I can distract them as Sorn with conversation.
So,
All right, I'll leave the stealth into me and Mr.
Let me
Nand.
be an owl.
What?
Let me be
Wait,
an owl.
Be an owl then. I'm not stopping you. Let's see it.
I can turn into an owl person, right?
Sure. Yeah. Let's see your best owl.
I'm gonna turn into Sorn and what he was wearing the last time. I
In
saw
front
him.
of everyone?
No,
No, we
when
went
we
out to the
get
tree.
to the tree.
Oh, you're making your way to the tree.
secretly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you're gonna run diversion and be a public face, so then you and I are being sneaky?
Yep.
I was gonna help you be sneakier if you were going sneaky path, but you're chilling?
Obviously, the two of us that can handle stealth, I'm the obvious option.
Yeah.
Known for my light-footedness.
I like this plan.
I laugh because I know the stats.
I mean, I didn't prep my invisibility today, unfortunately, but
So, let me
I
get
can
this
help you
straight.
be real stealthy.
Are you going to steal the plum, or are you asking us to steal the plum?
I was gonna ask you to steal the plum for me while I distract them.
Why do you want this plum?
Because it's a ticket home for me.
Oh. Okay.
If I need to leave, just take a bite.
And anybody can do that? Or just you?
Just me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go see your dad? You miss your daddy? Oh, does Kylas miss his daddy?
Weren't you turning into an owl?
I like to think she's doing that as Soren.
She already said she did it.
I did
She did say she did it.
I smack her in the beak.
Does someone miss his daddy?
You do extend a beak forward, eyes become a lot larger. You get smacked in the face. Free action.
Free action.
A ruffle of feathers appear across your body.
Can you fly in this form?
Can't you fly in
I
this
have my
form?
winged boots.
You do have winged boots.
Does it look like...
I just go.
Put your boots on your hands.
Yeah. What does this look like? How convincing is this?
I don't think that'd be out of the ordinary for him.
I think I'd have to roll a performance check to find out how.
Okay,
Oh
yeah,
my
fair.
god, this is gonna fall apart so fast.
So what are you trying to do?
I'm just being an owl. I'm just living my owl, feeling my owl oats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, before we go through the tree,
You're at the tree now, just so you know.
I'm going to cast invisibility on you. You can turn invisible yourself.
Yeah, before you cast invisibility on me, you're gonna do some talking?
I was gonna cast it on you and then we go through.
Yeah, but you're gonna run diversion, you said. Does that mean that you're gonna be talking to people?
Yes.
Okay, so let me do this. Charisma enhanceability.
Okay.
Now do me. I mean, you know.
You're turning us both invisible?
I don't
I got all dressed up for nothing.
think I can do both of you at once.
You're still an owl.
Just a man.
I mean, if you have to upcast it, you're able to just select who. You don't have to hit everyone if you wanted to keep
a
people.
creature. I think I can only do one.
Invisibility?
Greater invisibility.
Oh, greater invisibility.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it might just be one creature then. I don't think it has an upcast benefit.
I can only get
Do I
one
have
of you.
better stealth than you?
Yeah, because
I
having a
have
full
plus
party
7
of
at
regular
advantage.
invisible
Yeah.
would be nuts.
Yeah, I think it's invisibility.
Equates to
has
about
an
the same.
upcast.
It's about the same.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the plan here?
So you can only turn one of us invisible?
Yes.
Okay.
Lit.
I'll help cause a distraction then.
Perfect. All right.
Okay, and I will disguise myself as what's an animal about my size?
A raccoon.
Wait, can I? Does it?
3 foot tall
3
raccoon.
foot- yeah.
Oh my god.
Rocket raccoon.
I mean, I lived in Oakland.
Oh, you know what? I'll.
That's fair.
I've seen some massive raccoons. Not fucking down.
Give them enough trash.
It's just a giant
They
raccoon.
thrive. That's
Big-
true. I was in New York
Big,
and the rats were
chunky
nuts.
fucking- yeah, dude. Big, chunky boys.
Okay, yeah. So same basic arrangement of limbs is my limitation, and a raccoon has the same basic arrangement of limbs as myself. Yeah.
Yeah, you would like a tail.
Okay,
Aw.
I'll have a little
Got
nub
the
and tail.
opposable thumbs. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I would say the most you could do is a nub of a tail, but not a full tail.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Trying real hard.
I'll shape change. Not shape change. I'll just before he
Oh my
makes me
God.
invisible, I will disguise self.
I will true polymorph.
I will disguise self as a raccoon with a tail nubbin.
Oh my god.
I like to think it's
Horrifying
Frogman. I like to think it's Frogman
Just in case.
cosplaying as a raccoon.
Yeah. I'm just picturing Frogman with face paint.
Yeah.
The little cone nose made out of paper.
Just like Rambo style, putting on the dark circles I'm ready.
No, it's an illusion. Apart from my weird tail, I look exactly like a raccoon. I'm a druid. Get it?
I do, but okay.
Whatever. They're not gonna see me anyways. I'm stealthy
Alright.
as shit.
1 plum.
Okay. How important is 1 plum?
Very important.
It's important that I don't get more than 1?
All right, good luck,
Don't
Frogman.
want to push our buttons.
I'm
here.
gonna walk
Okay.
towards the tree, acting like the owl man.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Great.
Great. All right, you go to the Halig tree. You think. What are you thinking?
Plum tree.
Okay.
Trial of Stars. Space.
Okay.
Yeah, Trial of Star Space.
Okay.
Amazing.
Plum tree.
Trial of Stars.
Okay. I think that's fair enough. I think that's fair enough. I
Roll a
I wanted to do
percentile.
some bullshit, but I think that's fair enough.
Oh, it's
You
great
three-
invisible. That's sick.
Place your hand. Dissipating
That only lasts a
as
minute,
quickly as your hand was on it. You find yourself at the edge of that cliffside. But before we go any further, we'll back. Shoulders deep, though some time has passed as you've thought. You could float on your back. You take some time to move about the water. And Granny sits there, eyes closed.
Okay, kind of floating on my back. I'm looking up at the moon because there's no ceiling. Cool.
Yeah, oh yeah. You have clear access to the moon.
Excellent.
Night sky above you as well. No light pollution. Killer Milky Way.
Is it
There's
the
a
Milky
Milky
Way?
Way?
It's not the Milky Way.
Damn it.
It's the way of milk. I hate
Ew.
that more.
That's
Never mind.
worse. Why is that
I
worse?
hate
terrible.
It's way worse. I just rearranged the words.
Okay, floating on my back, looking at the moon. I'm gonna take a deep breath, and I'll say, I believe there is good in the world, that those who embrace darkness can be led to the light. And I cannot save everyone, but I have found a group of complicated people who need me, and I can lead them to the light. I can help them choose the light, and together we can create lasting change.
She opens her eyes slowly. As a slight smile begins to creep across her face.
Best of her president.
She breathes in and exhales. And as she opens her mouth, a force enters your mind.
Bring her before me.
In the first 100 years,
What?
Dora Donado's voice echoes in your brain. And Granny's face is shocked.
Okay.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
No. We're gonna see that motherfucking shit through, baby. She pauses, caught off guard.
I ain't even 10 yet.
For the first time in 100 years, probably. I apologize, Nesta. I was hoping for something a little more ceremonial. I believe Dora Donato has your true trial in mind. And it would be wrong of me to place mine before his.
Okay.
I think it's best if we return and gather your friends.
All right.
I'm sure they're not up to anything.
I believe a primordial sky titan wishes to speak with you.
Dude. Of course he wants to
They're gonna freak.
And now we'll come back to
We can get back. This is only gonna take a minute.
That's all we have,
I
too,
know,
right?
yeah.
Get
Let
over
me
to
quick.
these chuckle fucks.
Yeah.
I'm talking philosophy with the guy at the campfire.
So anyways, it's weird being a squirrel. Coming back to you, 3. You appear at the base of the new Hallig tree. You do know you are down below. It is not the same level. When Soren greeted you, he was perched on the edge of a root that kind of grew out of the edge of this mountain. You are it's not terribly high up, but if you're wishing to fly or climb, yeah, your wings appear behind you. How is the raccoon and Soren going to be climbing the edge of this mountain?
You can fly.
This is not going to go well.
I'm concentrating on you right now.
Drop it.
I don't want to.
It's a waste of spell.
I can try to climb it.
You could.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna try climbing right now,
Alright.
and I can fly myself if I have to.
Go ahead and roll me athletics check.
You're good at that. You're super good at that, right?
Get a different die.
You're a wizard who's super good at athletics, right?
Let me just enhance ability myself.
Hey, there we go.
I don't think I get a good perch. That's gonna be a 6.
A 6.
I'm gonna grab him when I see him struggling and fly up.
He is invisible. You don't entirely know where he is. I will say, make a perception check at disadvantage.
Okay, I'm gonna find you, bitch.
What's your...
Yeah, 2 17s plus 4, so 21.
Wow. Yeah, I will say, like, you begin to climb and, like, you see a bit of that, like, gravel start to slide down. And, like, so there's like, what's supposed to... It's an illusion, so there aren't actual claws. But, like, his fingers are there and it just starts to slide down. You're like, oh, there he is. And you just scoop him up. You kick on your boots.
My winged boots, yeah.
Flying up above. God, I was so looking forward to the exhausted, invisible raccoon. Like, heavy panting climbing up.
You're invisible. Why are you also a raccoon?
Because I'm only invisible for a minute, so that when I get visible, hopefully if they see me, they'll just think I'm a druid raccoon. It's my backup
This
plan.
idea is going great. I love everything about it.
You all ascend the top. You see the numerous extensive telescopes or whatever these things are called that are looking off into the sky, though not all of them are currently being manned. There's probably a good dozen that are currently manned. But there are about 4 guards who are standing in very close proximity around the plum tree.
I'm gonna cast non-detection on myself as well.
Okay. You're focusing on invisibility.
Yes. And non-detection's also...
Oh, and this is greater invisibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can cast spells. Okay. That's what I needed to confirm. Yeah. You non-detect yourself.
Just in case they have divine-y shit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm going to fly up to, like, a space where there's...
Viscas uses.
Oh, here it is.
Oh.
Carry on, carry on.
Amazing.
Deception check. I was so tempted to say a disadvantage.
I just want to be clear, Soren's had a lot to drink tonight. Celebrating the trial of the moon.
Okay.
Might not seem like himself.
That's a straight roll.
That's a nat 20.
It's a fucking weird
Way to go.
Throws a foreign language and the response is...
I've never taken you anywhere.
It worked!
Look at a lot to drink. So much to drink.
Why did I try to take a sip?
Oh my
My
god.
plan is to fly up to the tree and drop Frogman in it. Yeah, because then he can get a blow.
Sure. The stakes on this thing is not too terrible.
Okay. You just fly directly towards the tree.
I'll run over and I just pull out an instrument. I'm like, hello, gents. I start playing loudly.
It is chaos here. And they're fucking for it. They wanted to be at the ceremony tonight. They're just like, oh, we got stuck with fucking guard duty. They're just like, hell yeah, entertainment, let's go! Like, you start playing, and they're just like, okay. Roll me a performance check at advantage with that natural 20.
The captain's hammered and... yeah,
Absolutely.
God.
Oh my
Celebrate Lassen, celebrate Lassen, celebrate Lassen.
28.
Oh my god. Oh, one of them like drops their spear and shield's just like, hey, hey. Just starts getting it. You are brought over the tree by Sorn, and Sorn just, let's go. What do you do? Do you just fall?
I'm gonna try to catch myself in the tree.
Okay.
Start strumming louder.
Catching yourself on the tree is not the hard part. It's letting them not know that something just fell into the fucking tree that they can't see. Please roll me, I can't believe I have to say this, a stealth check at advantage.
I have to burn my Smurf Nevlin.
That's terrible.
That is terrible. For me, actually still not bad. 15.
15.
Yeah.
As you
That was
land
epic.
into the branches, there's
I
a
rolled
number of them who
bad.
are like, they're so about this. But there's one guard who kind of like sees you drop and kind of locks in ever so slightly to like something landing in the tree.
I believe it's somebody's birthday. Him right there, that guy.
Viscous is
Happy birthday.
have fun, gentlemen. And he's hyper focused on the tree. He's just staring at it. What would you all like to do?
Is it apparent that he's staring in my direction?
It's not that he's looking at you. It's not. You can tell. He can't see you. But he saw something weird. And he's just staring at the tree at each individual plum.
So, do I get the feeling that if I were to uninvisible right now, that I would have enough foliage to physically cover me?
Ooh, roll an intelligence check. Straight intelligence.
These dice are fucking me a little bit. Let's go
I just love
with...
the image of him. Hey, how's it going? I'm distracted everybody right now.
Tip you waiter.
21.
21. You might have to maneuver a bit. You might need to climb a little bit higher.
I'd like to try that.
Okay, please roll me another stealth check.
Okay.
As you're now moving to a new location.
I will use my Smurf Nevlin
Okay,
camouflage on this.
Giving yourself advantage.
I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Didn't you just say that those dice were fucking you?
God.
Why'd you let them fuck you again?
Because they look spookier, so I thought they'd be stealthier.
That's fair. I can get behind that.
That's an 11.
An 11.
You don't go with the aesthetics, you go with the results.
As you begin to climb up,
These are gone for now.
you lose your grip ever so slightly on one of the branches, kind of shaking the tree, and the guard starts moving ever so slightly
Can
closer.
I do the El Dorado?
I have done like a little circle around the tree to see.
Essentially, your current active pursuits, if you want to distract this guard in particular, I'm going to need something more.
Okay.
What you're currently doing isn't enough for his attention.
gonna-
You've got the rest of them.
I'm asking because I'm surveying around the tree to see if he's distracting everyone. Do I notice that this guy is hyper focused on the
absolutely.
tree? Okay, I'm gonna
He-
go.
He said to the guys, he was like, "Hey, enjoy this show. I'm gonna keep watch."
I'm gonna go
Essentially.
land behind him
Okay.
so that he looks away from the tree to face me, and I'll say, "My good man."
He does turn around.
I'm gonna subtle cast re-up greater invisibility. Oh, wait,
Okay.
I have to touch him. Never mind.
It is range of touch. Yes.
Yeah, never mind.
Never mind. I would say at this point, you guys probably have like 15 seconds left.
I'm gonna start grabbing plums.
Plum? Plural?
You just start going for it.
Is this like a plump, full plum tree?
No, it's rather sparse.
Would you say there's singles, tens, or hundreds?
Singles.
I'm grabbing 2.
Okay. I need an initiative check.
Okay.
This is more of a how quickly can you get these things without being caught?
Yeah, you got it. Oh my god.
Who's rolling
Come on.
initiative? Just him?
Remember
Come
that
on,
thing that was
Dustin.
going really well for you?
I'm going to...
Initiative, it's essentially a dexterity check.
I'd like to subtle cast enhance ability dex on myself.
Enhance ability dex on yourself. Which will mean his is
Yeah.
gone. Subtle, yeah. That all checks out.
Great.
I was like,
You're at
my
advantage.
friends are good people.
Cut to this nonsense.
21.
21, okay. You've caught his attention, what do you say?
Why are you here, not at the ceremony?
Headmaster, son, you told us to be here.
You specifically?
Yes.
I think you must be mistaken.
Deception check.
Yeah.
27, 10, 17. 17.
17?
2017.
2017.
Good year.
It was a good year.
12. 6 plus 6.
Equals 12.
Yeah.
Very good.
I seem to be a little bit confused. What did you get again?
On the initiative,
Yes.
21.
21. You've got 2. Do you want to keep pushing it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Where do you go?
I'm going to... okay, so this is a tree.
I changed it to a dexterity check because it just didn't work with the initial thing. I was like, initiative check, and I was like, oh wait, we're not.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because it's taking my initiative.
Yes, essentially.
In the common definition.
It's how quickly can you respond in this scenario.
Yeah. So this tree is suspended floating?
No, it's rooted to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, sorry, why did we have to fly to get there then?
Because you were on a lower
They were
area
on
of the
a
cliff,
cliff.
you had to get to the top of the cliff.
Gotcha.
Or the top of the mountain, essentially.
Okay, I
Where it
understand.
plateaus.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna, I'm going to now drop my enhance ability on myself.
Fair enough.
And subtle cast fly on myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to fly, keeping the tree between myself and the guard, directly away from the guard for probably a minute.
Okay.
Just trying to be stealthful.
Roll me another stealth check, yes.
Okay, these dice are being okay for me. I love you
You got
guys.
advantage already, right?
This is my Swerfneblin because I just dropped my...
You burned another one, yes.
Okay, 26.
26. You're stealthing and you're feeling strong about it.
Just, I need to just dust off the rust.
Better than failing, I guess.
And you soar the fuck away.
All right, well, it's been a minute. That's all the time we have tonight.
Roll me a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh, fuck it.
They're invisible. You don't know what they're up to.
That's a natural 20. But a 17 for an 18.
18 doesn't beat a 26, though.
But I'm just waiting for my spell to drop. That's why I'm saying it's time to go.
That's fair. It hasn't gone just
Okay.
yet. You saw, like, the fall into the tree and then, like, the slip, and you're like, oh, God.
Yeah.
It's a lot of...
Did I see like some rumbling
Oh,
away?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. If this guy's seeing it, you guys are definitely seeing it.
Okay.
But you have this guard's attention, and he's utterly confused now at this point.
Well, I must find Gifford. Carry on.
Yes, Gifford, of course. Like, we have to leave now. I'll take care of Soren. I'll get him back. I'm sure Nessa's finishing that trial here pretty soon. Big role to play. Let's go. All right, and dimension door.
You just bamf the fuck
disappear
out.
in shadow.
As just shadow engulfs Soren and you.
Yeah.
And they're just... gone down to the hailing tree. God.
What about him?
I'm hoping he's meeting us.
We're about to find out. Where are you off to, Raccoon Nand?
After I want
Good
to
name.
like at least 500 feet away from this dude.
Fair enough. With a 26, that's easy enough to
And then I'll
accomplish.
land.
You kind of land in like a tree that's nearby on some of like the higher sections of the mountain.
Skimper down. And then I'm going to put the 2 plums in my bag of holding.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just start like jaunting my way. I'm a little raccoon druid. I guess I'm crawling then because of that.
Fair enough. You eventually, it's like a couple seconds after all this takes place, you become visible once again.
Nice.
In your raccoon cosplay.
All right, where is
And
he?
I'm
Where's
just-
that little tailless wonder?
Raccoonin.
Tailless one.
Are there people around me?
No, not
As far
currently.
away as-
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Most
Okay.
everyone has gathered for that ceremony who could make it. You imagine a couple of people have been left behind just for general security, and then anyone who's chanting to keep the hurricane going.
Fucking A, I'm burning everything.
Sorry, I'm sure there's no trials ahead.
Yeah, right?
This guy kind didn't just summon Nesta.
I'm going to now. What is the what types of flying beasts have I seen these druids transforming into?
There's a number of different birds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any that would give me intelligence, like a giant eagle.
No, nothing that large. No.
Teleport back.
Okay. I didn't prep my teleportation spells today.
And
tree
again,
teleport.
I want to specify.
And I'm trying to meander
Okay.
there.
Even if your intelligence-based stats change, your purpose and goal and intention stay the same. You know what you want. You know what you're trying to accomplish. It's just if something appeared as an obstacle, you might have a really hard time getting around it.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm gonna stay in my disguised self form, and I'm just gonna kind of raccoon saunter back towards the tree and see if anything's stopping me.
Sure. In general, roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Swerve my third one.
Camouflage into the foliage.
Okay, that's gonna be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, pretty strong. It is but a moment, but eventually a scampering, cosplaying raccoon appears over the side of the mountain, a little winded from his trek
Flying
to
through
this.
the air like Mario.
Oh, that's true. You are flying. Never mind. You're not that winded.
Well,
Raccoon
no, but
Mario.
I've been doing it on the ground as to not be a suspicious raccoon.
Yes, but you could also be like, oh, I'm walking, but like levitating kind of thing.
Sure.
Yes, you eventually make your way back to the Haley tree, where both Soren.
Is that where we went to the hailing tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, where both Soren and Kylus are waiting.
Well, you're successful.
Yeah, let's get to that tree. That was.
Roll me a performance check. And
don't know what
sorry,
that
at
was.
disadvantage.
That was awful.
Dude's never seen a raccoon in his life.
9.
Awesome.
That has to be him, right? He doesn't have a tail.
That's the most useless natural 20 I've ever rolled in my life. What am I gonna do with that? I'll find a way. 20 sessions from now, I'll find a way.
And then, without even looking at them a second time, I'm gonna grab the healing tree and think
Head.
the dinner spot.
Oh no! What do you guys think?
I'm gonna think.
Trial of moon.
Sure.
Wait,
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Zach, I don't want to believe you.
I'm gonna think Trial of the Moon.
Trial of the moon. Trial of the moon. Trial of the moon. Dinner spot.
We're having dinner there.
That's amazing.
Oh god.
Zach, I need you to roll me percentile dice.
Oh, no. Oh,
Son of a
my
bitch.
God. Okay, these ones have been doing me
It's
good.
just obtuse enough.
33.
Lucky number 33.
Okay. All three of you disappear. You two
Oh no.
both appear at the new Halo tree. Frognet.
Yeah, buddy.
You appear in front of a massive maw.
Oh, shit.
Are you dinner?
Roaring in front of you is Dora Donato. As you appeared right in front of him in his midst of contacting Nesta.
Apologies.
What I need you to make. Do you still fly up?
Yeah.
Then you're good. Because the force of his air would have knocked you off of this platform. So instead of falling to your death, you get launched off into the distance, probably a good 120 feet before you can regain control of your body.
Into the hurricane.
Woo!
Not into the hurricane, thank goodness. It's not that close. But yeah, this roar into this space echoes and rattles your bones.
Oh, he hungry. Apologies. I'm going to quick ritual the psychic connection between us.
As he begins to inhale, and you begin to feel yourself pulled.
Oh no.
He gonna eat you.
He gonna eat you for
dinner.
I'm not intentionally here. With your permission, I'm gonna fly away.
Please make me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check.
This is your ability to control your fly, to control yourself against the inhale of his breath.
Okay, 23.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Did I just beat a Titan in a roll off?
No, absolutely not.
He crushed you.
You are pulled into his maw.
Yeah.
And his mouth closes. And you find yourself in darkness.
Roll a new character.
I need that plum.
We come back to you two.
Oh, I could eat that.
When-
And find myself to safety.
And you've still got one
Listen.
left over for him.
I'm sure Mr. Nand, it's just a matter of time before he joins us.
This is not how I
This
intended
was-
this night to go.
If we were to summarize this mission, this job, this sort
Huge success.
I would
Frogman,
use a few different words.
you're grapple restrained, prone, and blinded currently.
Oh my god.
Yeah, easy.
He probably got back before us.
Just so you know.
He left before we did. He touched the tree before we did. He's probably back up there right now.
I want to believe that so much, but we are just so dysfunctionally successful. That
I'm gonna shake off the towel and turn back into Githzerai Renguin.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure what I'd like more as the title options: dysfunctionally successful, or the moon and the coon.
I know what we all like.
Oh my god. The coon.
The moon and the coon. Someone write that down.
That's the obvious one.
That's a good one.
I'm just gonna slap Kylus on the back and I go, if I've learned one thing being with this group, it's that you just dive right in and usually it works out. Let's go.
we should have psychically connected before we went out there.
And I
You know
start
what?
walking back.
We'll work on it. This is the first mission we've done together.
Really not.
This is a trio.
Really not.
That's a trio.
Tons of missions at this point together.
Alright. Just
You guys are like in the end zone.
Oh my god.
Like how they're doing this, she's having this whole
Having a
belief
swim.
thing, and we're just like,
Chilling around the campfire, eating food, talking philosophy.
You guys are having a great
Yeah,
time.
I'm enjoying my conversation.
People
with
are very engaged
this
with
guy,
you guys
yes.
too.
I know what I'm doing.
pretty
That's
cool.
my turn
We
again.
haven't been anywhere. Everything's fine. We didn't lose Mr. Nand.
You
He's
guys-
gonna be there.
Are you guys walking over the fire?
Yeah.
Hey, where you guys been? You want to try that again? Where you guys been?
Wolfgang, where's Frogman?
Yeah, where's Frogman? Where's Mr. Nand?
why do you,
I don't
care about where Frogman is?
I'm just curious where my friends are, Maverick. Why are you being so sus?
Why are you...
That was super weird. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold on. Let's stand.
I'm sorry, we just met, and now you're calling us friends.
Whoa.
He's getting.
I think we should unpack this.
Are we
The
not
three
friends?
of you. I'm gonna just. Good luck.
No. Wait. Where is Frogman?
No,
I
seriously.
thought he was here.
Birdman, what do you want big time?
I'm not Birdman anymore.
Oh, you're not?
No, I said
changed
a
back,
minute
yeah.
ago
Oh,
that I
okay.
turned
Oh,
into
yes,
Renguin,
sorry,
yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
Amidst all the laughter, I didn't hear that. My
Okay.
bad.
That's right,
Everything
that's
that I just said.
For you, I was like, you guys aren't friends.
I was like, what
I thought
Yeah,
I thought it was
totally
Kylus
makes-
and Sword.
No,
so-
it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Now that makes way more sense. I was like, that was fucking brutal.
No.
That was just trying to fucking
I was sitting there,
corner.
I was like, I mean, he's not terribly wrong.
He doesn't really know us.
Only been
Yeah,
a couple
exactly.
days.
It's been like
Yeah.
a week and 8
I'm like,
days.
both are true.
So,
We thought he was here eating
Bleh.
stew.
well, see, me and Maverick and Jim here, you never gave me your name, pal. All right?
I actually did.
That's my fault.
He did.
Yeah,
I'm bad at remembering things. We've been having, interesting conversations, and, the soup was being talked about, and you
I got
guys
some good ale.
scampered off, and still not sure how he drinks that. You guys scampered off 1, 2, and
With
3.
his mouth.
don't believe there was any scampering.
Whenever you and Frognan are doing something, I assume you're scampering. Okay.
But look, Rangwin doesn't like me. We couldn't get up to anything too terrible.
You guys
with
just
her
came.
with us.
You guys just came back from the same place at the same time.
What are you insinuating, Wolfgang?
What are you trying to say, huh?
I
Oh,
will slit your throat.
Yeah. You sure about that?
You guys fucking.
I like get really close to Wolfgang. I like look up at him.
I'm like looking down, like, yeah.
Definitely
You-
not.
you
But
wanna
she
do
does
this
think
or
I'm
what?
hot.
You're. I'm sorry, but like, you getting all upset that I'm insinuating something makes me feel like I'm insinuating something correctly. Was he right? Were you guys fucking?
That is
Definitely
real
no.
That's none of our
male
business.
logic,
They return!
Wolfgang.
As everyone begins to like
Thank
kind of clean up a little bit, as Nola, Sorn, Nirvarine, and Nesta
Hey!
break.
Conquering hero
The edge.
returns.
You won't believe it. We didn't finish. Because Donato wants to talk to me. All of us.
What? No.
Right now.
It's true.
But what?
I don't know.
Huh.
He has his own trial for us.
For us?
Yes. Are we all here?
That's a negative.
Look, I mean,
Zoom in on Zach.
Really?
The dotted outline.
Yeah.
does anyone
I
truly know where Mr. Nand
I
is?
think we just Mr. Frognand is around here somewhere.
You both are being super weird.
We're not-
Granny Nola's eyes become clouded blue, her head rolling back.
She's doing things.
That's gross.
Is she okay?
Please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Can I tell
No.
what? Okay.
No.
It's just I don't have your character sheet up, so I can't roll it for you.
Yeah. Dirty 20.
Not enough.
I just want to be clear. We had nothing to do with
Wait,
Mr.
against
Nand.
spells I have advantage.
Just spirit.
That's true.
I mean,
Less.
Okay. You're also taking a huge penalty because she knows you personally now. Oh, he's fine.
See? He's fine. And we were just two friends that took a stroll in the woods.
He's in Doradonato's mouth.
What?
Not eaten.
I mean,
Why would he go there?
If he was eaten, he'd be in
must
his
be-
stomach.
Oh, he must have been overthinking it.
if
Well, let's go. Nesta, lead the
Yeah,
way.
absolutely. Just-
I mean, we're kind of already heading. If he's
Great. He
if you
beat us
think-
there.
Yeah, if you think about it, we're just meeting.
That's a
there.
great view of it, Nesta.
Seems like the trial went well.
I'll be coming along with you, just in case.
Thank you. The trial didn't finish because he.
The trial went wonderfully.
Huh.
At least mine did. Doradonato's, we shall see.
Nice work, Nesta.
Thanks. One more. Ready?
Consider mine the new moon. Doradonato's will be the trial of the full moon.
So.
No. I mean, unless you want to. It's entirely up to you. That was amazing.
Oh my god. That is so good.
You must endure this trial naked.
Do we have to? I mean, I'm down. But...
I mean, I've been that way for a while.
Oh.
We're going to dive into that another day. Let's go.
Let's go.
Moving forward, you all begin that walk. I will say, just because I want to know, Zach, Frogan,
Yes, dear.
what you got up your sleeve?
Okay, so I'm gonna sit and just wallow for a solid like 5 minutes.
Dinner time!
Yeah. I'm so stupid. Come on, Frog. Okay, and so we made our way fairly close to here. Obviously not all the way to the mouth, but we made our way to the eye.
Yes, you have
So-
made your way to the left eye.
Hypothetically, I could surmise the difference between the eye and the mouth, yeah?
Roll me an intelligence check.
For you, babe.
Sure you want to use that dice?
Yeah, this one's been good to me.
Okay.
23.
23.
Yeah.
Yes, you feel like you can confidently surmise roughly what that spatial awareness would look like in terms of distance.
What's a good looking number of feet?
I'm going to say you have that number. I'm not going to say it out loud because I might be wrong.
Do you think it's less than 300?
I see what you're going for. Okay. Yeah, that's complicated. Curvature. I'm gonna say because I want to see you do the thing. Yes.
Okay. So, I'm going to feel real shitty about myself for a second.
Fair enough.
And then, you know what makes me feel better?
Magic.
Seeing my dead dad. So,
Oh my god.
Yikes! You need to talk to Granny Nola.
I'm going to, just outside of the mouth. Actually, I can't see him.
It's true,
But
you
just
can't.
outside the mouth, I'm going to summon my spectral book, my awakened
enough.
spell book.
Yes.
And then,
Doppeldan appears.
yes, I can see through his eyes.
You can.
And telepathically connects with his summoned visage.
I trust your understanding of your class.
So I'm gonna send him a little adventure to the path that, assuming I can figure out where we had been before.
Fair enough.
How many feet-ish would you say?
We're gonna say it's enough.
Okay. Can I see the path towards like where people are?
Yes, I will say it curves just far enough that it does become a little obscured.
Okay.
But if people start coming around that corner, you'll notice them pretty quickly.
Okay. Can I see anyone currently?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
I saw that adjustment.
7.
Not presently, no.
Okay.
Especially with the darkness present as well. I mean, it's the dead of night at the
Okay.
moment, so not much is popping up on your radar.
I'll wait about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And if nothing happens, then I'm going to do something else.
Fair enough. All right. We'll come back to the main group as you are all walking along. Granny Nola kind of taking up the back at this moment. And Nesta leading the front.
Can I be walking next to Nesta?
Sure.
And
I'll
I'll
be
be
in the back.
in the back with Granny Clampett.
And I'll just say,
I'll be
look,
in the middle.
Nesta, I tried to talk to Donato earlier. He doesn't really respond to, like, His Majesty or Majestic, so just play it cool, okay? Just, like, be yourself.
Okay, thank you.
You got this. You're like,
Did you talk a lot earlier?
oh, he didn't talk to me at all. But I should have known that it was you he wanted to talk to. That's why we're here.
Well, we'll see. He wanted to talk to all of us.
I'm excited to talk to the giant turtle guy, but more excited for you completing your mission.
Thank you.
Yeah. I never doubted you for a second.
I appreciate that. It's been meaning a lot to have you guys with me.
Moving along forward. 5 minutes past, Frogman. While we're here, please make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, of course. Can I just fail it?
Yeah, absolutely, you can.
Great. Yeah, I fail it.
Cool.
That was a natural 2.
Not a natural 20.
For a 30. But, well, I'd really rather not get eaten today.
I will be clear. He's not moving you to the back of his throat or anything. He just seems to have you kind of pinned.
Yeah, that wants me to move to the back of the throat. Or he wants a root beer float.
He's essentially got his tongue, which is not made of like a fleshy material. It's made of stone, and there's like a bit of moss growing on it. And he has you pressed to the roof of his mouth, pinned essentially. And if you would like to make a strength check against a stone sky titan, you are more than welcome to.
I just unprepared stone shape.
Oh wow, that would be interesting.
I had it literally last long rest. Anyways,
Thank God.
I'll cast Ascending
Okay.
to Kylus. Hey! I said dinner spot. Turns out it was Dora's dinner. I'm in his mouth. Kind of cool. A little lonely. Come get me? Thanks.
Okay. Kylos, you receive said message in all its glory.
Mr. Nance.
I gotcha.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I needed you literally anywhere else. Dinner place. We're on our way. We'll see you soon.
You've got, what is that? You got 8 left.
Did you get the plums?
3.
I'll just say aloud to myself. Mm-hmm.
What a
George
good
are not
friend.
against stupid.
Asking about the mission, not about your health.
He
I
did say
said-
plums plural.
I said we're
So-
on our way.
Asking about the mission, not about your health.
I said we were on our way.
I would like
Bad
everyone
Still not
as
asking about his health.
He's fine if he's messaging me.
I would like everyone as you approach to please make me a charisma saving throw. Oh, granny Nola fails.
I fail. 2.
Is it a career?
Don't roll the 2 as well.
Yeah.
24.
25.
25.
24.
24, not bad.
And then, I rolled a 3.
Unless you can break a 30, like,
No.
yeah, I didn't think so.
I could flash for genius, but I'm not going to.
Do it. All right. Do it. Make me resist the word.
The spirit of the professor won't let me.
As you said,
You're possessed. He's possessed.
we're possessed. What?
I'm just the professor in a robot body.
As you step out
I knew
onto
it.
the boardwalk platform, you begin to crest along, seeing that singular eye, and it immediately looks to you and kind of looks to the front of his face a little bit more.
Also, my spectral dad's there right now, too. Chilling with
True.
guys.
You would see this at that point. You would see Double Dan in glowing
Oh, it's
form, kind of like,
Doubledan.
That's a good sign that Mr. Nam's close.
Guess he's alive.
I'm going to send a message to Kylis through Doubledan because I can
fair
cast
enough.
as if I
Yes,
was
you
there.
can. Yes, you can.
You made it!
Told you we were on the way.
Any ideas?
About how to get you out of his mouth.
Yeah.
No, I was kind of hoping he'd just let you out.
Doubledan will give you finger guns.
As you will begin to curve the side, heading towards the front of his mouth, there's a moment that passes as you settle into your space and the maw begins to open and the tongue drops down, pushing forward Frognand.
Patooey.
He's currently sitting on a moss covered tongue.
What are you doing in there, buddy?
I mean, that seems right, though.
Where else would he be?
Yeah. that's
Oh,
good.
just hanging out,
Could be anywhere else.
which is not a lie.
Man, I am still trying to figure out your guys' expectations.
It kind
I-
of goes up and down.
I used the tree, and it sent me in the wrong spot.
Into the mouth of this giant turtle.
But he's been pretty chill. I mean, all things considered.
Why don't you come out here with us?
I can try. Last time I tried to fly,
Get off the tongue,
sucked
Mr. Nan.
me in. I'm gonna telekinetically think to the Titan. Thanks for not eating me. I'm gonna go now if that's all right, and I'll fly away.
Yeah, you fly off.
I like the idea of him in his head being like, yeah, no problem, dude.
He's like crushed.
Yeah.
You take
Offspring,
Rollercoaster.
Jellyman.
Rollercoaster.
Offspring. Totally.
And then I'm chilling with you guys.
Yeah, you land on the platform. The mouth begins to close.
How did your trial go?
It's, we have a new one with Dordonato.
Sounds like we're just getting started.
Wolfgang's just staring at you.
Finger guns and double danger finger guns.
Fane
I'll step forward.
of the stars.
Is this speaking out loud or in her head?
In her head, though you can all hear it.
So it's speaking in all our heads?
Mm-hmm.
You possess divinity.
I do a little bit, I guess.
Didn't I say that earlier? I told you. You guys are fighting alongside angels. Didn't say nothing.
I
Portrait angel.
require your help.
Yes, whatever I can do.
I am dying.
I fucking knew it.
Oh no.
There is a parasite inside me.
Well, looks like you're going back in the mouth, bud.
It's not bad in there.
I wish for you to purge this plague in me.
Do you have any idea what it is?
Pain incarnate.
I armored up and everything before we came out here, right?
Sure.
Let's say
You did come back to the main area, and while conversation is happening, I would say that's enough time to get your equipment on. Yes.
Okay, good. I'm game. You guys?
Absolutely.
Pull my sword.
Apart from what just happened, I'll follow you anywhere.
I feel like, one, don't get me wrong, I'm here for it. I'm ready to go in and follow you, but I feel like this is something we should be at the top of our game if we go to handle.
Unless you think we need to be under the side of the moon.
Does everybody need a good night's rest first?
I'm fucking raring to go.
I mean, I'm not at full capacity, but my potent shit is still good.
I'm ready, and well, he did wish for it, so.
Are you alright with it?
Hey, I'm just trying to think of giving us the best odds, but if you're ready to go in guns blazing, well, you know I'm ready for that too.
My last trial didn't take a toll on me physically, so I'm good.
Maybe, Granny, would it be too much to ask for a blessing?
Let me see what I have. Man, I could
Wait.
use.
She thinks for a second. Kind of winces.
Unfortunately, I cannot assist in this trial.
It is bold of Dordonado to put his life on the line as a test for you.
I understand.
It is not unreasonable to think that this trial holds the future of the Arvalane on your shoulders.
Did you know he was sick?
No. Though it explains his silence, reserving his energy, keeping us alive, keeping us fed. I am ashamed I did not see it sooner.
Don't be ashamed. People often don't reveal their true selves. Even great beings like this one.
She has a warm smile.
I'll take out my sword and light it.
Glowing in your hands. The half moon in the back, lighting your path.
Nestor Fane of the stars and moon, travel to my side. Enter the Temple of Denna and travel into me. relieve me of this sickness, and I bequeath unto you a shard of stars.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh, fucking right.
Ooh. A shard of stars.
The Shard of Stars
It's
mean?
gonna be a sick sword.
Ooh, maybe.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like some kind of like
Moon sword.
Gonna be a ring of wishes.
prism of like spellcasting.
Interested to
shit.
hear what your theories might be. But for the sake of easy editing, we will be signing off tonight. Hang around, though. We will jump back in for a Q&A if people
For like
want to ask us
30
any questions.
seconds.
Yeah, hang out for a couple seconds. We're going to let things
still
run a
doing
little
the
bit.
voices? Okay.
And then we'll be back in a moment to kind of chat with you guys and see what you thought. All right.
Big bus.
Thank you all so very much for
Bye.
watching. We will see you guys here same time, same place. Thank you all so very much.
And
Good night.
Shenanigans.
Bye bye.
Mm.